All right, I'm putting it back on.
Okay. All right.
When we find that meteor, we'll find Dr. Wowie.
Oh, bitch.
Okay, good. It works.
Ah,
Ah,
the
refreshing.
refreshing taste of Diet Pepsi. Yup.
Mm-hmm. Yo.
Yep.
Oh man, did we get paid for that product placement? Because that was
I
choice.
really hope so. That's really what they should do. They should just have someone just be like, like really get it stuck in their throat.
So you got this like double echo thing going on still.
Still?
Yeah.
I got an idea.
You got an idea?
How's that?
No.
Oh, wait a second. How's that?
First one did not
This,
work.
right, I figured.
Okay, second one sounds good.
Second one sounds good. Cool. Yeah, my webcam was picking up sound.
I've had that same problem, my
Right.
friend.
As webcams are wont to do.
Ugh, and I never ever want to use the microphone on that webcam.
No, why would I want to?
Right?
I guess I can see. Oh my god, I gotta stop drinking this Pepsi.
Is it making you lose?
I didn't expect it to make me so burpy, but it's really hitting me like right here.
Oh man, yeah. Sometimes I don't. Isn't especially warm Pepsi? Cause
No, it's a
no, ice cold.
frosty cold Pepsi. It is to the
Because
bone.
I
cold.
find sometimes when I drink like a warmer soda, I get a little bit more burpy. I don't know. Maybe
Right.
that's just me.
So, is there a way for me to see the viewer list in Streamlabs, or what's the
You
deal?
know, I don't know if the viewer list is something that we can have access to.
Like, I can see I see the viewer count. I added that to the stream,
Hmm. That's weird
but
because Twitch says 2, but the stream overlay says 0.
well, huh? Maybe it's because I was having issues connecting.
Maybe.
Oh man, wait a second. I'm gonna wreck this guy's day. I put in 1 potion of madness just for the mirror match. Dude.
I'm laughing like I know what that means, but
Okay, so the thing that I just killed, Obsidian Statue, it's a taunt,
yeah.
lifesteal, and when it dies, I destroy an opponent's minion, right? The whole
Uh-huh.
point of this deck is to play, like, this guy Barnes, summon a 1/1 copy of a minion in your deck. So you play a bunch of big, ridiculous shit, bring in fake copies of it, and then bring them back to life at full
Okay.
health.
All right. That sounds dirty.
So he played that, hoping that it would die so that he could use Eternal Servitude, bring it back to life as a 9-drop on turn, like, 5.
Yeah.
He does not have that option now because I stole it from him and had it die on my side. And since it's the mirror match,
Oh.
if I get one of my Eternal Servitudes, like there's my 6-drop, which makes a 5/5 version of my 8-drop. And the idea is that all of the cards in the deck will have something that activates at the end of turn, or something that happens when they die. Like, he's definitely going to kill the shit out of this thing. But I already got my value out of it because it left something behind for me.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll feel you.
I have 9 cards in hand. Do I frost? I'll Frostmourne now.
I don't know.
Right, you're gonna learn Hearthstone. Also,
Yeah,
hello,
I guess so.
hello, viewer that is not the owner of this channel.
Hey, guy.
I wish I could see who you were, but apparently that's not an option. I have to cast something. I'm going to cast Holy Fire, and then
According to the chat viewer list, Poltiv and Seraph are on the viewer list. So if you're there, hi guys.
Where are you seeing this chat viewer list?
I had to go to Twitch, pop out the chat, and then change it to a viewer list. I can't see chat and the viewer list at the same time.
Huh.
So I don't know.
How can I pop out your chat?
You'd have to go to
The channel?
twitch.tv/clandupe. Click the little gear. Pop out chat. I don't know. Hang on.
Channel?
Hang on. Yeah, twitch.tv. Let's see if this works. Click the little gear. Let me do a test on my end. I don't know if it works. Hang on. Let's see if this works. I can just send you a URL and you can make
God.
a browser source.
Oh god. Settings. Pop out. And then can I just close that? Pop out will still work even if I close it? I don't know. I don't know how these things work.
Man, I don't know. No, that didn't work. Apparently, setting it to viewer list is not like part of the what's it called? The URL. So,
Right.
I don't know. We're just kind of doing a test broadcast here, trying to get Alex set up with all of the stream bops and doodads.
Right.
So
the idea being that whenever Drew is not on his streaming kick or on schedule, and I'm just dicking around playing games, we'll have somebody on the channel playing games.
Yep. Just trying to have the channel be more active as a whole. Still gonna definitely try and keep to the usual Tuesday, Sunday night, me and Sully and Alden, Dream Team, what have you,
Right.
faffing about.
Yeah. Hold on a second. What's that, Jackie?
Hi, Ted. Yeah, oh, that's true. The viewer list would only be the Twitch guys.
Right,
well.
I apologize.
We'd have to work out.
Ted Anderson's a viewer. Hi, Ted Anderson.
We'd have to work out something for the YouTube's peoples as well.
Right, we need to figure it out. I'm gonna not hit that guy.
You don't want to hit it?
No. I'm afraid, because I don't want to give him the lifesteal. Oh yeah, just give me another. God damn. God damn.
I don't really understand a whole lot about him.
Right.
So I don't know if you're like doing good.
Here, I'll give you a rundown. So here's a creature, right? 8 is the mana cost.
Okay.
On the left is its power. On the right is its toughness.
Okay.
Right?
So he's 888.
He is an 8/8 for 8. Normally, right? Because of the card that I used to summon him, summon a 5/5 copy of a random minion in your deck. I got a 5/5 version of him.
Okay. Oh, I see him with the 5s. Okay.
So let me see if I can figure out a way.
With the red.
If I mind control here, maybe that's not great. If I mind control and then silence this thing. Dickhead. So, a lot's going on in this game. I'm kind of dumpstering this dude.
Okay, that's good. I don't know enough about the game to know
so
whether
this
or not
guy,
you're doing well.
He is a 10/10 for 10 mana. At the end of your turn, put a minion from your deck onto the battlefield. The goal of the game is to hit his face from 30 to 0.
Okay.
I currently have 30.
Okay.
Is it Shadow Word Horror or something? Oh, that's some savage beats right there. There's no... How does he... Ugh. That sucks. But, so now he's at 14. I have 5, 10, 13 damage.
Okay, so it looks like he just kind of cleared the board.
Actually, 3, 4, 5. 5 damage is 10, 13, and then 2. Yeah, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's dead. So 2 damage to all enemies, 3 damage to all enemies, 5 damage to the face, 5 damage to enemy hero. Well played.
Oh, did you got him?
Yeah, I got him. I will take a moment now to actually explain how the game works. So, let's go to the solo adventures. We'll do Nax Ramus. We'll just do the first.
Massive frostworm awaits. Dress warm. This next fight will
That's the
not
end.
be
I want to go to the beginning.
A Nubricon is one of my finest.
The end of the beginning of the end.
No. So, let's go to this guy. Shit. So the goal of the game is to kill your opponent. They have 30 health. They have 30 cards in their deck. You have 30 health and 30 cards in your deck.
Okay.
There are 9 classes. Each class has a special class ability, right? Which I can explain later. Cards cost anywhere from 1 to 10 mana. Sure, let's keep this. You start with 3 cards in your hand, and you can choose to mulligan any of them. If you're on the play, if you're going second, then you get a 0-cost spell called the Coin, which gives you an extra mana. On turn 1, you have 1 mana to cast with, so I'll use it, right? On turn 2, you have 2 mana crystals. Turn 3, 3 mana crystals. It increases your max cap of mana crystals every turn.
Okay.
Let's see. I don't have a good way to clear him, but I can get draw if he kills it. Right. So you see, I had 2. This guy costs 2 mana. It used my 2. This guy sucks because he has a 2 mana summon a 3/1 Nerubian. This is a NPC. I figured I'd throw that out there.
Oh, okay.
So 1 attack, 1 health. Unlike magic, when something takes damage, it stays damaged.
Oh, okay.
So this now has 3 health, not, So I would go here, draw a card. Now, there are weapons. This is 3 attack, 2 durability, so I can use it 2 times. And I can target things like this. And whack it in the face, it takes damage, but my health also takes damage too. So you can use your life as a resource that way.
Oh, interesting.
Right. That's an ability called Stealth. So I cannot target that thing right now in its current state. And at the start of your turn, you gain +1/+1 every turn. So the idea with this creature, it's kind of understated. You see a 2 attack, 2 health minion for 3 is kind of shitty. But it gets bigger every turn.
Oh, okay.
So my way around that is just do 2 damage to all enemies. This is a 4 mana spell. Doesn't stick a creature on the board, just doesn't act. And it's just an action card, right? So, Consecration. Bam. End turn. This guy's a 1/1. It's pretty straightforward from this point forward.
Okay.
If you've noticed, I can choose with any of my creatures to attack them or to attack the face. It's not like Magic where the defender assigns blockers. It is up to the attacker to choose where they're attacking.
Okay.
So that guy has an ability called Battle Cry, which is when it comes into play, discover a secret. So these are 3 different secrets. They show up here in like a little circle, right? And your opponent can't see what card you cast. So they don't know what secret it is, and they activate when they do something, like a trap card, right? Right. So
now you're speaking my language.
So my 3 options here, they all cost 1 mana. Paladin secrets cost 1 mana. Hunter secrets cost 2. Mage secrets cost 3. Obviously, mage secrets are stronger. Paladin secrets are a little weaker. So whenever a friendly minion dies, return it to life with 1 health. Or after your opponent has at least 3 minions and plays another, destroy it. Or whenever you take damage, deal that much damage to enemy hero. I think since he has a 1/5, he's going to have a hard time clearing my dudes. I think I'm going to take Redemption, and I'll sit on it until I have like a really, like this guy. Taunt prevents your opponent from hitting your face. They have to kill the taunt first. So instead of, if this guy had a 1/5 taunt, I couldn't just whack his face here. I'd have to clear that first.
Okay.
Divine Shield means they can take a hit and take 0 damage from that hit. If I played him and he played, deal 10 damage to a creature, he would take 0 damage since it was the first hit on him. So this guy just sits there and takes a shitload of damage. He blocks 2 attacks at least. If I play Redemption and then he kills this thing, it'll come back to life with Taunt and Divine Shield. So it just like
Okay.
takes even longer to get through.
Sure. Sounds
Um,
terrible.
there's another one of those assholes. So this card's interesting. So the battle cry is to discover a spell. Discover is when you get to have those 3 options, right?
Uh-huh.
Like I did with the secret. And then I get to restore health to my hero equal to the cost of that spell. So let's see. Death Rattle, return a friendly minion to your hand. Well, I don't want this on the board, so I'll kill him. Death Rattle happens when they die. And pop, he's back to the hand. So since the board's clear, I'm going to go for the face, and I'll discover a spell. +4/+4, or double attack, or give Divine Shield. Double attack's not going to do much except for on this guy, so I think I'm going to go for Blessings of Kings. And I'll gain 4 health. Since my max is 30, I only gain 2. Now you're a master of Hearthstone.
Okay. Well, let's not say things you can't take back.
So, something I haven't done yet. Oh, Mortal Coil. Something you have a whole list over here of the actions that have happened. So, like, deal 1 damage to a minion. If it kills it, draw a card. That's a Warlock-specific card. Here's a very strong Paladin card. Change the health of all minions to 1. That includes yours and your opponent's.
Okay.
So that card Consecration I used, where it was deal 2 damage to all of my opponent's shit. A very popular combo is to use Equality first, change all of the health of all their creatures to 1, and then do 2 damage to all their creatures. That can end very poorly for your opponent. So I'm gonna do this. Righteous Protector. It's a 1/1 with Divine Shield and Taunt. And then I'll give him +4/+4. Now he's a 5/5 with Divine Shield and Taunt. Gonna be a real pain in the ass to get rid of. I will also play my Hydrologist and discover a new secret. When your turn starts, give your minions +1/+1. After your opponent plays a minion, reduce its health to 1. Or when an enemy attacks, summon a 2/1 Defender as the new target. You know what? I kind of like Competitive Spirit, because he's gonna have a hard time clearing my board this turn. So we'll just go face, and we'll see what he does.
Me go face.
Me go face. Now you understand. Now you're getting it.
I'm really feeling it.
All right. Oh, he's going in. Okay. So, I'm going to try something shitty here. This is going to hurt. Deal 2 damage to all characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I go here to make sure he survives, this guy's dead anyway.
Repent.
Wipe his whole board. And then I will Redemption, Competitive Spirit, and now for the first time I'll use my Paladin hero power. The Paladin's power is make a 1/1. 2 mana, make a dude. It's very useful because Paladins have a lot of buff cards. So you're constantly churning out dudes to make sure that you're just around. 3 damage to all enemy minions. Redemption. Back to life with 1 health. And my turn, Competitive Spirit. They all get a buff.
Nice.
Hey, look at that shit. So I don't even need all my good cards. I will just do another Blessing of Kings. Bonk. Bonk. That's the basics of Hearthstone.
Alright. Now you're thinking of portals.
Irrelevant. You'll never defeat the Grand Widow.
So something that's really nice, especially for new players to the game, are the adventures, right? These are single-player modes. There's no time limit on your turns. You get to take your time. They've all got a story to them.
Oh, okay.
And each of the enemies that you fight in the adventures have unique mechanics to the fight. They have different abilities. Like this is a fun one, the Crone. 0 cost, deal 100 damage. Can't be used if Dorothy is alive. So the whole mechanic of the fight is trying to keep Dorothy alive.
Okay.
Right? While killing your opponent. What do we got? I want to find one that isn't super weird. It's kind of hard in this Oh yeah, this is cool. So all the time against the big bad wolf, all of your minions are 1/1s and cost 1 mana. So
Oh,
you need to build a deck which with whatever class you want that works really well against that ability.
right.
Make creatures that get, divine shield whenever you play a 1/1 or
Hmm.
I don't know, all sorts of crazy crap. So those are fun. But normally when you're playing, you're looking at 9 classes. I do not have a deck for every class just because I haven't made them. But if I wanted to, there is Warrior. His ability is pay 2, gain 2 armor. That's a defensive. It's basically like health, but it goes on top of your health. So you could have
Oh, nice.
30 health and like 20 armor.
Yeah, baby.
Paladin, make a 2/2. Warlock,
Two, two.
the best power, which is draw a card and take 2 damage. So you're just constantly churning out card advantage. Your hand is never emptying.
Uh-huh.
Mage, deal 1 damage. So you can do that to your opponent's face, or you can ping off any of their little dudes.
Uh-huh.
If I used equality and made everything's health 1, you could ping my shit.
Ooh.
Priest, restore 2 health. Heal your own creatures, heal your face. You can heal your opponent's stuff, which is sometimes relevant. Never really all that relevant, but sometimes.
I could see that being a tricksy thing.
Right. There's creatures like Northshire Cleric is a 1/3, and whenever a creature is healed, you draw a card. So sometimes you want to hurt your opponent's creatures and then heal all of them and draw a shitload of cards.
Hmm.
Right?
All right. I could see it.
Druid, you get 1 attack and 1 armor. So the
Just as we needed.
the attack
A
works like a
Jewish
weapon.
prince.
So the attack works like a weapon where you just hit their face. Like you hit the creature, you take the damage. But it can be very useful when you're just trying to get the little bit of armor advantage or just to ping off things. Druid has a very hard time of removing enemy creatures, so this helps with that. Rogue makes a 1/2 dagger. So it works similarly to the Druid's ability, but you take away the armor for the fact that you don't need to use it every turn. If I use it on turn 2 and attack with it, then on turn 3 I still have a 1/1 dagger equipped. I can attack again without using 2 mana. So
Okay.
it's like a more aggressive version.
Sure.
Hunter is just straight 2 damage to the enemy hero. You can't hit opponent's creatures. It's just, SM orc. Right. Exactly. Shaman's the trickiest one. It summons a random totem. There's 4 different totems you can make. There is the 0/2 taunt. There's just the 1/1 creature. There's one that gives you spell power +1. So instead of my Holy Nova doing 2 damage, it would do 3 damage.
Okay.
And then that has 2 health and 0 attack. Or there's the 0/2 that heals all of your creatures 1 health at the end of every turn.
Ooh.
Right. Actually, you know what I'll do? I will play my Shaman deck just to give you an idea. My Shaman deck is really goofy. This is called Evolve Shaman.
Okay.
And I haven't played the game in a long time. I missed like 2 expansions and came back in for the Frozen Throne just because I really liked Wrath of the Lich King.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that did the exact same thing.
Back in my WoW days.
Back in my day.
Right. Back in the dark times.
In the before times. In the way back.
Yeah. The deep backs.
The deep backs.
So he's also playing Shaman. So the idea of this deck is to play a bunch of tiny dudes and then use Bloodlust and give them all +3 attack. So I'm going to ditch Bloodlust for now, because another thing I can do in this deck, he's fun. A 1/4 with Taunt, and I discover another Taunt minion. Sweet. Okay, so he's a 1/2, and I get another 1/2 in my hand. The art's fun. I think you'd like this game just for the art. Look at that turtle. Like, with his scythe and his shield. That is a Dark Souls turtle right there.
Yo, for real though.
Right. So, Let's go with a totem. I also got one of this.
I don't know. This game does address some of the issues that I have with Magic, but like, God, I just really, I can't.
You just don't have the money for it, man. Come
I
on,
just
man.
I can't let myself get sucked into a TCG.
Right.
Or can you even trade in this? I mean, CCG,
No, you can't
I
trade.
guess.
It's just a CCG. There's no T.
Collectible card
There's no
game.
T in the CG. So here's a 1/2, and I remove a durability from my opponent's weapon, which is why I held on to him. And then I will make a totem. 0/2 with taunt. So now his 1/1 can't hit me or my guy. Also important, I have this thing from below. It's a 6-cost minion, 5/5 with taunt, but it costs 1 less for each totem that I've summoned this game.
Ooh,
So I want
okay.
to get busy summoning totems just to make
Yeah.
him cheaper.
Yeah.
Flame Tongue Totem. Adjacent minions have 2
La,
attack.
la, 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 la.
Very strong. I was hoping for the Healy,
Well,
but I can do
can't
this.
always get what you want.
If I do this, that counts as summoning a totem, because it is a totem. Bop, bop. Makes him cost even less. So the card I'm looking for now is called Evolve. It costs 1 mana, and it makes all of my creatures turn into a creature that costs 1 more. So just a random creature that's 1 more expensive than what it is on the board.
Okay.
I think I just want to smork him here.
Smork 'em.
SM Orc, baby.
I still have no idea what you're saying right now.
So, Migo Face, that is SM
Right.
Orc.
Okay.
That is
Okay.
if you go to Twitch and SM Orc,
Okay.
that is the
All
face
right.
that you get.
All right. All right. So that's the Migo face. All right.
Yeah,
So
There you go.
Smorkin and Migo face are the same thing.
I've shared it. There you go.
Okay.
So if you just type in capital SMORC, boom, Smork. Oh no, patches. Well, that's unfortunate. One, two, three, four, five, six. I can play all 3 of those. Let's go with this. Here. And then I'll do this guy. And then I'll get the 0 drop. End of turn, I'll draw a card. Bone Mare. So every card has like a foil version. They're the golden card.
Uh-huh.
And that animates the art on it.
Okay.
So normally Bone Mare is a static art, but the golden version is all animatronic.
Animatronic.
Really hope he doesn't have a way to clean this. Hex. Okay, sure. Super good for me. Ooh, and I got the Evolve. But do I care?
I don't know. You seemed to care about it before.
Right, but it was... You know what? I think I'm going to do this. 2 damage to all his shit. Makes a 1/3. Go here. There. Put up a Taunter. I'm going to take Primordial Drake. I'm playing it real risky if I go... I'm just going to say fuck it. So I'm setting up for next turn for like a huge evolve. Ooh! Here's a new type of card that they just introduced this patch. It's called a Death Knight card. So it turns your hero into the Death Knight version of your hero. So it transforms my minions into random ones that cost 2 more. Doesn't matter because he just lightning storms, and that was the risk that I ran.
Oh.
But not the end of the world. I still have 3, 4, so 5, 6, 7, 8. Or I could do this. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to come in here, go that, like this. So the interesting thing about this guy is it transforms all my minions to things that cost 2 more, and then it turns my hero power into Transmute Spirit, which makes me able to transform any minion on the board.
Okay.
It just ups them 1 more. So boom, my whole board turns into this. So he's a 4/4. When your weapons destroy, get +1/+1. Another 4/4. Here's a 1/4 with bonus spell damage. And then this is bad for me. A 3/6, and whenever it takes damage, I discard a random card. That's devastating, and I want to get rid of him.
Okay.
The Warlock, he's very well statted. You know, a 3/6 for 3 is insanity.
That seems really good.
But I'm going to lose. I just lost Bone Mare, who is like a game-winning card.
Oh.
And now he's going to hit it again, and I'm going to lose. Any of these cards here is bad. Evolve, that's
Ooh.
bad for me.
Oh.
Right. So. I'm just going to evolve you now. Hey, the 2/5 with charge. That's awesome. Huh. You're a 4-drop, and you're a 5-drop. So I'm going to go with the 4-drop in the hopes that eventually I can evolve him again. Let's go with the draw card, and then here's a 0/3. And at the end of my turn, I summon a 1/1.
Alright.
Yeah, so here's the other end of the evolve spectrum. Devolve. Transform all enemy minions into ones that cost 1 less. Really good against like a whole board full of 2 and 3 drops. Really, really bad against big dudes. Because sure, they'll devolve into another thing, but aha, so he just made a whole board of 2/2s. Here's the trick. I have +1 spell power. So, 2 damage to all enemy minions. Normally that card only does 1 damage. Also, I
Seems
like the Murloc because
good.
it sounds like he says banana.
Banana!
Banana! So my 4/4, since he's a 6-drop now, just turned into a 6/6. And I draw a card. Another devolve. And I get another 1/1. Banana!
Banana! Yeah!
Pretty sure this dude is just straight fucking dead. But we'll see.
You never know.
Yeah. Oh no, he's way dead. There's no way. Give your minions death rattle return. He's just playing his cards. So he had a cool thing he wanted to do, it seemed, but he just never got there.
So are you playing a dude or?
This is a real dude.
Oh, that's a real dude. Okay.
That's a real dude who just got dumpstered. Devolve.
Okay.
You're now a 0-drop.
Whoops.
Transform my bird into a wolf. Whack. Ah, just kidding. So yeah, that's Shaman. At least that's Evolve Shaman. I like it because it's super random and fun. You know.
Yeah, I can see how like just doing something a little kooky would be be fun.
Sometimes you get really big, like high rolls, and your thing turns into a giant monster. Or sometimes you'll turn into like a shitty 6-drop that's a 2/2, right? That says, because there are cards that's like, when this comes into play, summon a 5/5, right? So you get 7 damage across the board, and then it says, and when it dies, your opponent gets a 5/5. But if you evolve your thing into it, it's just a 2/2 that when your opponent kills it, they get a 5/5. Because it doesn't give you the, battle cry.
Sure.
So let's try the priest again. The big beefy priest.
Beefy priest man.
It is the beefiest priest.
Anduin versus Uther. I will fight with honor.
The light shall bring victory.
So, I don't want mind control because that's a 10-drop. We need to make it to turn 10. I don't really want Holy Fire. Eternal Servitude's good if I can get one of my creatures, so it's possible I might want to hold this. This I definitely want to keep because it kills his early game shit. 2 mana, destroy a minion with 3 attack or less. I'll keep the Eternal Servitude and hope to get lucky.
What is happening?
I did not. Are you okay over there?
I hit a thing on my keyboard and now music is playing. I don't understand why.
What kind of music?
It's like crazy electronic music. I don't know. I'm like, I had Steam open, and then like I dropped my keyboard, and it's like,
What'd you do?
It's like, I don't know.
Oh,
Apparently,
man.
there's a built-in music player on Steam. I don't know, man.
Interesting.
This is crazy. This was wild.
So this is some interesting stuff. He played a
Check
2/1.
out these fat beats.
What? Are you like spectating a game or something? Someone
the only way I
else's
can
game?
stop. The only way I can stop it is by muting Steam. Well, like I saw a music player thing come up, and music started playing. So I'm like, okay, well maybe if I'm just gonna close out of this player thing. And I closed out of the player, but the music didn't stop.
That's bizarre. Okay,
Here
I
we go.
guess.
Oh, view music player. Okay, yeah. So it was playing "Science is Fun" by Aperture Science. Psychonautics Laboratory. I don't know.
Yeah,
Steam
so
has a music player.
so you have like a Portal song just playing?
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Next time you're on Steam, go to View Music Player. You
Huh.
just play music, apparently.
I mean, I guess I will. All right, so I got a chance to make my 5/5 here. I hope it's not Barnes. Anyone but Barnes. Yes. So a 5/5 version that pulls a minion from my deck onto the battlefield. Hopefully he pulls himself. Oh, he brought himself in. So there you go. Turn 5. Now I risk getting hit with Equality Consecrate here. Spike Grid Steed. That's fine for me right now. How do I want to do this? Back here. Attack here. So, end of this turn, I'll draw 2 cards from my deck onto the battlefield. Lich King. Barnes. Okay. Again, if he has Equality Consecrate, this game's basically over. But if he doesn't, I'm pretty sure I win.
Alright.
Because what I'm going to do is I'll use Dragonfire Potion, do 5 damage to everything, kill off my other Yasharge. Because I don't want to draw... I don't technically want to draw all my creatures, because that is a big risk to open myself up to. So we'll go here, here. 5 damage to all his shit. And I just hit him for 18, I guess.
I guess.
And I have no more creatures in my deck.
Okay.
So this is a dead card. Remove 5 cards from my deck and summon any minions from. So that's mainly because my other 2 big creatures are in my hand.
Oh, okay.
But he's dead. Well played.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Woo! I am on
Howdy.
a tear tonight.
Keep it up, buddy.
All right. Let me try a different deck. Because I want to make things interesting for you. Deathstalker Rexar. So normally Hunter goes full smork, right? Just like hit you in the face, we're done, right?
Yeah.
But this is more of like a mid-range. Hey, another hunter. And he's a gold hunter, which usually means they're playing aggro.
Okay.
So I'm going to keep this hand. I've got a 1/1 that gives me a random beast, and he's a beast. There's a lot of beast synergy in this deck, right? Deal 3 damage, but if you control a beast, deal 5 damage. And then I'm also going to keep this freezing trap. When an enemy minion attacks, it bounces it back to their hand, and it costs 2 more. So you can use that to save you a turn. You can use that to keep a creature on the board that they're going to attack into. It's also useful if they have like a 9 or a 10 drop that they swing at you with. If you manage to freezing trap that, they'll never be able to play it because it'll cost 11 or 12 mana. And max is 10. Yep, he's definitely playing aggro. He's got the alley cat. I made a 2/5. This is the best card in Hunter. It's a 6/5 for 6, and when it dies, you get 2 2/2s. It's just an absurd amount of power. I'm going to do this. When your hero is attacked, deal 2 damage to all enemies. So hopefully he's trying to smork. Also, I like how there's ugly kitty and then best kitty. Like, he's not an ugly kitty, but this kitty is clearly better.
The good kitties.
Just worlds better. Oh yeah, another thing which you'll love is that all of the maps have like interactive things going on. So when you're sitting around, you can just dick around and knock off coconuts or light a fire, or you know.
That's pretty cool.
Yes, it's super fun. So you're not just sitting around.
I can appreciate that. As someone who is very fidgetingly inclined.
Right, and some of the maps have like hidden things on them that you can do. Okay, let's see how this is going. So this is an interesting mechanic. They added this. It's called Adapt. So Adapt gives you 3 options to like upgrade your creature from a list of, you know, I forget however many, but it's useful. Let me play my Fire Bat and just 2 to your face. He's a 2/1, and when he dies, deal 1 damage to a random enemy. So it could be his face, could be either of these guys. I'm at a pretty early advantage. Killing his board of 1/1s without taking damage is nice. It seems like he might also be on the control game as well. He doesn't seem super aggressive, but I might just be shutting that down.
Sure.
I've got these in case he tries to play anything big. There'll be straight 5 damage because I usually have a beast. Also, he's a beast, and the 2/2s that he summons are also beasts. So, like, doesn't get much better than that. Change a minion's health to 1. Okay. Swing and edit. He's definitely playing aggro if he's ignoring my face. So, so let's go with...
Just ignore this face.
Let's Barnes. See, the idea is to get a death rattle thing. Right, so I just summoned a 1/1 that'll make a 3/2 when it dies.
Alright.
So, like, it doesn't matter since this creature is normally a 1/1, so I just got a free creature. Yeah, that's why I like Barnes in this deck. Barnes also summoning a 1/1 of this die is great, because then that 1/1 will die and I'll get 2 2/2s. Oh, he's playing mad aggressive. I love it. Because I'm definitely going to turn off his aggression. Ooh, right here. For each enemy minion, summon a 1/1 hound with charge. Sure.
Ooh.
Let's do that.
Ooh.
Go here. Here. I'll make my 3/2. And 2 to your face. I was considering putting the trap down, but I can't imagine he has anything big with charge. The best charge creature in Hunter is called King Crush. He's an 8/8 with charge, but he costs 9 mana, so that sucks, actually. So these things can't be targeted by spells or hero powers. That's like that little glow on them.
Ooh, okay.
But I can clear them. Tundra Rhino, your beasts have charge, and he's a 2/5 beast. So, bop, 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 and he survives.
Okay.
And I'm going to freezing trap in case he also has Tundra Rhino in his deck. I don't want him to kill my Tundra Rhino because I want to be able to attack with the high main next turn. He'll just hit the board and swing. So I don't know. I guess you've noticed things have summoning sickness, like in Magic, so they can't attack when they come into play.
So is there anything that has like haste? Is that a mechanic in
Yes,
this?
so your beast
Okay.
charge is haste. So saying your beasts
Okay.
have charge means this guy has haste and all of your other beasts have haste.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go. I think I'm just gonna ignore that 2/2. Because the thing is, if he tries to hit me with this 2/2, I've got freezing trap up, which will bounce it back to his hand.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So I can't imagine. Yeah, he'll give it +2/+2, and he'll try to kill my 2/1, and it'll go back to his hand, and I win the game because I'll just hit him with my 6/5, and then I'll 2 to his face. So very aggressive, very tempo-based deck. There's some other fun stuff in there, but that's basically Hunter for you.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna buy this pack here. So packs, booster packs. You can buy one from every pack that's in standard right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think every 3 months or so they cycle out. Oh, hello there, Poltiv.
Yes. Hi, Poltiv.
Hi. I'm assuming that you come to the channel often.
Yes. Poltiv
Yeah.
is one of the regulars. We like Poltiv.
Great.
She's people.
Then I like Poltiv. I'm Alex. Nice to meet you. You may have heard me in our Earthbound Let's Plays, or maybe in the new Super Mario RPG Let's Play.
Yes.
I'm going to be jumping on the stream every once in a while off schedule so that Drew can continue his adventures with Sully and whatnot. Very nice to meet you as well.
Yes.
So yeah, just
also, I'm here, secret guest commentator,
yes,
not advertised.
Special commentary by Drew. I did not add that he was here.
I was just kind of helping him set up the
right. There's a lot set up to get
kinda
this all running.
Stuck around.
But yeah, so if I'm not at work or if I'm not taking care of my baby, then I'll probably be right here.
Both of those are important and time-consuming things.
Yes, it is the twistiest plot ever. There's a Drew.
Didn't see that one coming, did you?
One thing
I'm here all the time.
One thing I'm trying to get used to is as I'm trying to talk to you, I keep looking at your chat, and I'm like talking to your name on the chat. I'm like, wait a second, you're not there, you're here.
I'm everywhere.
And thank you for the congrats on the baby. She is wonderful. She's 13 months old. Maybe she'll make an appearance. Drew can attest to the wonderfulness of the baby.
Can confirm. Abby is wonderful. I was babysitting Abby this week. She was a pleasure. Like,
you know
for
what?
An hour, just like nothing but smiles and giggles and playing with toys and stuff.
I thought maybe an hour and a half later, when I took a sip of the last sip of this Pepsi, it wouldn't make me burp immediately. It did not.
Jokes on you.
Okay,
I think you need to turn that can of Pepsi toward the camera a little bit more. Take your sips.
This can of Pepsi, right
yes,
here.
That can of Pepsi right there.
Right.
The bold, refreshing taste of Pepsi Cola. It's America's Pepsi Cola.
Right. That was definitely worse. The $6,000 that they paid us to say that.
I hope you guys got your money's worth out of it.
Right. So, Baltif, please buy more than $6,000 worth of Diet Pepsi. Otherwise, it's a total wash. I'm going to crack this pack. So I'm teaching Drew Hearthstone at the moment. This is the most satisfying part. You get packs. You put them in the thing. They explode. Yes.
I cracked some packs for Dylan once. It didn't go well.
When you want a Pepsi, get a Coke. It should be their slogan.
Pepsi, when there's nothing else.
Right. Pepsi. Yes, Pepsi's fine. Okay, so this pack was kind of garbage.
Sweet, it's because I'm here.
But there are some interesting things. So you'll see that there are cards that say all classes, right? Those are cards that go across every set. You can use this, well, not every set because the sets they rotate out, but every class can use these. These are neutral cards, right? So Phantom
Okay.
Freebooter, Battlecry, gain stats equal to your weapons. So like, the rogue can make a 1/2 weapon. If you play that when you've got a 1/2 equipped, it is now a 4/5 pirate. Pirate's also important because that is the type of the creature. As you saw, where some things activated when beasts happen, things will
Sure.
activate when pirates happen. Things will activate
Pirates.
for elementals. Things will activate for demons. Um, things activate for murlocs. Uh, in previous sets, they had things like mechs. Mechs were really fun and kind of dominated for a long period of time.
Excuse. Did you say mechs, as
Y-
in like
yes, mechs.
giant fighting robots?
If you want, so I'll get there.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to confirm
Right,
that we're talking about the same thing.
right, we are.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm with you.
And then one more thing we haven't run into yet is freeze. Freeze is you target a creature, they become frozen, they can't attack on their next turn. Right?
Okay.
So it's good for stall. Yes, the opposite of Machina. This is the Deus Ex Machina.
Deus Ex Machina. I would play the crap out of that game.
Couple other things that you can do before we go and I show you mechs and all that. There's the arena, which you pay 150 gold or $2, right? And you basically do a draft. They give you 3 options. You make a 30-card deck. They give you 3 options to pick from for each set of picks, and you just pick one at a time from those options to build your deck, right? And then you play against other people who have drafted. You play
Okay.
you play as many rounds as you can, and as long as you keep winning, you keep playing up to 12 wins. If you hit 12 wins, that's the max rewards that you get. Um,
At which point they're like, "Stop!
right.
Let other people have a chance."
But it's 12 wins or 3 losses is when it ends. So you can go
Okay.
0-3, you can go 7-3, right? And I think you'll always win up to you'll always play someone with the same record as you. So what you
Okay.
win changes. You always win a pack, and remember packs cost 100 gold. I have to stop putting my hands in front of the camera. um, Packs are worth 100 gold, and you'll always win a pack. So realistically, after the playtime, you're getting 50. You're only paying an extra 50 gold for the drafting experience. I believe
Sure.
once you hit 3 or 4 wins, you get You get more gold as time goes on, and wins increase. So I think at 12 wins, you get around 200 to 400 gold. So the packs pay for themselves. You get additional packs, or you can continue to just chain
Ooh,
arena after arena, right?
sounds
Um,
fun.
you'll also get golden cards when you get into the higher
Ooh.
wins. Um, so obviously you want the golden cards not just because they look sweet as hell, um, but you can disenchant them, which I haven't explained. You'll also get dust, which is the material you get from disenchanting stuff. So let me go to the collection and I'll show you. So you'll notice ×2 under mostly every one of these cards, right? You can only put, you're making a 30-card deck, but you can only put up to 2 cards of the same type in your deck, right?
Sure.
So you can only put 2 claws in your deck. But if I open a booster pack and there's a claw in it, that's just an extra. So when you go to crafting, you can disenchant all your extras. Ta-da! Now I have 315 dust. So let's say I'm making my rogue deck, and I notice, let's go into crafting. I notice I really want counterfeit coin in this deck, but I haven't
Mhm.
ever drawn it in a booster pack, right? Or I
Okay.
want, actually, there's a card that I specifically want. I just don't know if I have enough for it. I don't. Vilepine Slayer is a card. Vilepine Slayer is a card that I really want. Combo, destroy a minion. Combo means if you play that after you played another card this turn, you get to just destroy a minion straight out.
Okay.
Combo is kind of tricky to activate sometimes, which is why Rogue plays a lot of really low cost things. They'll play like, 0 mana, your next spell costs 3 less to cast, or 0 mana, bounce the thing back to your hand, right?
Hmm.
So, yes. So,
Yes.
so every card that you get here, and I actually will destroy this guy. Every card that you have, you can either create for this cost on the right, or disenchant for this cost on the left. So if this will cost me 40 dust to make him, right? Or this guy, if I want to disenchant him, he'll give me 100 dust. The different rarities are white, which is just common. You only get 5 for disenchanting them. There
AKA
is
garbage.
right. There's blue, which is rare. You get 20 for disenchanting them, and they cost 100 to make, right? Epics, which you disenchant for 100, cost 400 to make, and then I don't have any rogue legendaries. Here we go. Legendaries, which you can disenchant for 400, and they cost 1600 to make. Now, if you noticed, the cost to make a card is equal to the cost that you disenchant the higher tier up for. So if I disenchant a legendary, I can just straight out make an epic.
Okay.
Right? If I disenchant a rare, I can make a common with the amount that I would get from that. If I have a gold version of it, then it disenchants for the same cost as you would make a normal version. So if I have a gold rare, I can disenchant that and make a normal version of any other rare. If I have a golden legendary, I can disenchant that golden legendary and make any other legendary in the game that I want.
Nice.
So generally, a lot of people, if you haven't maxed out your cards, like if I had 2 normal bone mares, I would disenchant the shit out of this bone mare for 50 dust. Since I don't have 2 of the normal ones yet, I'm keeping the gold one, just because, you know, I need it. But where is he? Undercity Huckster. I have 2 normal ones, and despite him looking all cool and sinister, I want the 100 dust more, so he's gone.
Sure.
Boom.
I get that.
He's exploded. You can also choose to craft golden versions of cards, which cost double what they would normally cost. I don't care, personally.
I imagine if there are people who just like
Squid
sitting
face.
on mountains, gold or
right, people that play a lot and they have it, and or they spend money on the cards, right?
Yeah.
That's fine. I don't really spend a ton of money.
Get you some golds.
Right, like look, Squid face looks so cool animated. Bye.
Bye.
Right.
Later, bro.
But yeah, that's the gist. Like, look, now I can make one. The gold ones are only better in so much that they look cooler because the art is fully animated. Let me see.
And it does look pretty cool.
I've disenchanted a lot of golden cards, but okay, so like, there's Shallow Gravedigger, right? Shallow Gravedigger, death rattle, add a random death rattle to your hand. Looks fine. In this one, she's kind of like, her hair's wiggling, the dirt's coming up, she's stomping her boot down on the shovel. That's kind of cool, right?
They're pretty cool. I gotta say, it's a lot better than like the foils on physical magic cards.
Yeah, a magic card, it just like looks cool because it's like, ooh. Right, but yeah, that's pretty sweet. But I want the dust. I'd rather have the cards than have cool looking versions of cards that I already have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? One thing I like about the arena in particular is you get to use cards that don't normally see a lot of play. It's playing actual decks constructed against other people is you're playing a lot of combo heavy decks, you're getting a lot of value. But because in arena you're drafting and you're not really getting a bunch, it's very tempo heavy. It's very much you want to have like a 1-drop, a 2-drop, a 3-drop. You're trading a lot of things 1 for 1, so card quality is harder to come by, but you can see a couple of things that really shine. And some cards like Bog Creeper. Bog Creeper is a card that doesn't see much play at all in constructed, but it's a monster in arena because it's just so you don't really have in constructed you have so much that's just like straight up removal because the card quality is so high. You play a lot of combo destroy target minion or 4 mana turn a minion into a 1/1 with no abilities, right? But in arena you get lucky if you draft something like that. So if you drop a
Yeah.
6/8 in front of their board of 2/2s, you just went like 3 cards for 1.
Sorry, every time you say tutu, I giggle.
2/2s, yeah.
You get some tutus.
Get some on them 2/2s.
Get some on them tutus.
Right. So the last thing, every week, they put out a new Tavern Brawl. Tavern Brawl can be a
Okay.
bunch of different things. This week's is the Great Stone of Challenge. So this is actually based off of a tournament that people put together called Challenge Stone, which had these same rules, and they just said like you have to make your deck this way. And the idea was so fun
They
that
made it official.
6/8 on the 2/2s, 4/4 for Big Papa. I'm trying to think of other CB radio chatter, but I'm not a 75-year-old man in my basement, so I don't know.
Breaker 19.
Right.
Anybody out there?
Thick monkeys coming in hot. I don't know. Also, speaking of CB radio chatter, some of the best CB radio chatter I've ever heard is in Big Trouble in Little China, starring Kurt Russell. So go watch that movie. It's an amazing film. Oh yeah, for a lot of reasons. But yeah, so this one, when you build your deck, you can only use spells with an even cost, and you can only use minions with odd attack. So it limits a lot of your stuff. So sometimes it's a one where you have to build a deck for it. Sometimes it's ones where they give you a pre-made deck, and you just have to go with that. Sometimes it'll be something bizarre, like there'll be a giant taunt creature on the board that swaps between your opponent's side and your side, and you're working as a team to try to kill him while he casts random spells. Right?
Okay.
Like, they do a lot of really cool stuff with it. Sometimes it'll just be like, your hand is full of cards that say, pay 2 mana, get a random creature in your hand, it costs 4 less. Right? So you just get a bunch of random, huge things that cost little mana, and then just pound them out. So Tavern Brawl can be fun. Each week, as long as you get 1 win, you get a free pack out of it. So they do a good job of feeding. They do a good job of feeding you packs. You can. It takes a little while, but you can get there as a free to play. You don't need to actually buy any packs to make viable decks. Obviously,
unlike Magic the Gathering.
Right, but also like in Magic the Gathering, if you want to be viable earlier on, before you have all of the cards, just play aggro. Just because sometimes you get lucky and they get a bad draw and you get a great draw, and you can just kill them before they play the cards that are better than your cards. Right? If you just play a bunch of 3/2s and dumpster them out on the board early, then it
doesn't matter how well thought out your deck is.
Right. It's generally good enough to get there.
Yeah.
Another thing, actually 2 more things. So when you make a new deck, let's go with Mage. Right. When you make a new deck, they have Mage recipes as well. So classic Mage. This is made up entirely of classic cards. Those are like those are the cards that will never rotate out. Every class has a set of cards that are just for that class and are not in any like bonus set. They're just those cards. So, Fireball will always be in Mage. Frostbolt will always be in Mage. Right?
Sure. Okay.
You can't disenchant the golds of these cards because you can't draw them.
Okay. All right.
Come up with a Mage recipe.
Come up with a new recipe.
Oh my god. They just put out the multiplayer for that game too. Or it's coming soon?
It's coming soon, I think. I don't know. But it's like a year too late.
Right, exactly. I'm well past
I
that.
already sold that game like a year.
I would love to point out how much I adore the animated art for Fireball. That dude is getting roasted.
He's getting lit.
He is obliterated in that thing. And there's some cool ones. These again are the classic ones, so the animations on them aren't as advanced as some of the later cards, right? But then there's Kabbalist Mixology, and it shows you here's the idea of a deck that's all about random spells. So here are the things that you're missing from that deck, and I could put together a list of these and then go craft them.
Okay.
And it shows you exactly what you want for this deck. You can fire and ice, right? So a lot of people will come into the game, just do the classic stuff, and then kind of use these as a baseline. You know, if I've got 28 of 30 cards, I'll just click it and choose it, and then just add my own stuff to it, right? There's also two different formats to play in the game for Constructed. There's Standard, which is when everything rotates out, and then there's Wild. And Wild allows you to choose.
Wild.
Yes. Wild allows you to choose any cards from any set ever and put them in your deck. Yeah. Also, there's card backs. If you hit a certain rank in every season, you'll get a new back for your card, which your opponents can see. You'll get things like, you know, when you buy Overwatch, now you've got the Overwatch card back. Here's the Storm.
Hey.
Love is
Just
in
like
the air.
every other Blizzard property.
Right. And it tells you, you know, you got a rank 20 or higher in ranked play January 2016. Or, you know, July 2017. I'm trying to find one that was like from a unique thing, but I can't really. I'm going to do this. Rank 20 and rank play August 2014. Done. But damn, this game's been out for a while. That just hit me. Yeah, don't finish the deck. You can also change your heroes.
I will serve.
You know, there's Lady Liadrin. So you can... Yes, they are in 3D. That is pretty sweet. So, like, if I wanted to be Uther, I could choose Uther. Or Liadrin. They're different. They just have different chat lines in-game, basically. Generally, you have to pay real money for these. I think Liadrin came free. It was like, if you make a Heroes of the Storm account and get to level 10, you get Lady Liadrin for free.
Oh.
Maeve was something like in... Or maybe she was in WoW. It was like, make a free account, get to level 20. Maeve might have been the Heroes of the Storm thing. I'm actually going to make
The
her a favorite.
world may never know.
What was it? Obtained during the launch of the Year of the Mammoth. I don't know, man. But there's other ones in there. and you can get them. So I want to make a new deck, and I want to make it wild. So you click up here, and now I'm wild. So, custom deck, choose, mech. Here are the mechs. I don't have that mech. But I will play, let's see, Snow Chugger, Soot Spewer for now, and Goblin Blast Mage. What else do I want? I want Clockwork Gnome. I want a Noyatron. I want Mech Warper. Harvest Golem's fine. Piloted Shredder is the best mech. It's one of the best cards ever made, actually. So it's a 4/3 for 4, which is fine. And then when he dies, you get a 2-cost minion, just a random 2-drop. Which some of the 2-drops are really well costed. One of the 2-drops is a 0/7, and if it survives your opponent's turn, it blows up and wipes the entire board of all creatures.
What?
Yeah. That sees a lot of play in like control decks, right? But you can get that out of a piloted shredder. They can just kill your thing and think they're in the clear, and oops, turns out they just wiped their entire board.
Oops.
Right. Let's see. The Curator's a mech? Interesting. Not good, but interesting. Piloted Sky Golem is basically a bigger version of the Piloted Shredder. But I don't know if he's necessarily worthwhile. I'll put him in. And now that mech is done, I'm just going to search for my legendary cards. See what I like in here. I like Thalnos, because when he dies, you draw a card. I like Lotheb, because he makes enemy spells cost 5 more the next turn.
Wow, that's a lot.
Right, it's a lot. And when people are like setting up for a combo and you play that, it just devastates them.
That's your entire combo going there.
I like Thaurissan, because when he's in play, it reduces the cost of all the cards in your hand by 1. It can make a lot of combos really interesting. I like Dr. Boom, Dr. Boom, also known as Dr. 7. He was in every deck when he was legal. He's a 7/7 through 7 that makes 2 1/1s, and when the 1/1s die, it deals 1 to 4 damage randomly to your opponent or his creatures. So it's just like
Oh, okay.
it's just a huge, just for 7 mana, it's a huge swing.
Yeah.
You know what? I kind of like the Lich King. I think he's a really strong card, and I think he's worthwhile in here. I'm gonna have to pull back.
Okay. All personal feelings aside, he's just a good card.
He's just a straight up good card. I'm gonna have to pull back because I got a lot of spells in Mage that I want to play. I'm not gonna play Antonidas because I'm very light on spells already. But I'm gonna play a Flame Strike, 4 damage to all minions. I'm gonna play a Blizzard because it saves me some time. Polymorph.
Oh.
This deck is gonna be garbage, by the way, because I know Fireball you always play 2 of. Why did I play? I want 2 gold ones. Oh, so cool. Wow, this deck is gonna be so bad. I'm gonna have to remove some stuff here. Yes, Polymorph is turning into a sheep. That's exactly what it does. And when you do it, it goes meh. And I actually think that was pretty good. I'm kind of proud of my Polymorph sheep noise. Get rid of Soot Spewer. Let's throw in Mirror Image just because it saves me some time. Let's do the Frost Bolts because they're great. Flame Cannon's really strong. I'm out of cards. Let's see. I can lose 1 heal bot for Flame Cannon. Thank you. I do a good pig too, but that comes later. That's the that comes with donations.
Hey, Poltiv is one of our Twitch Prime subscribers.
Right. That is true. There you go.
All right. Yeah,
there's my
that
pig.
was a good pig. That was a good pig.
I do it for Abby a lot. I'm kind of verklempt, so it's not gonna land the same. Sure. Let's see what this pile of garbage will do.
Oh man.
It's probably gonna do really poorly. And I say that because there's a deck currently in Wild. I wish I could delete that. There's a deck currently in Wild that is based around a broken interaction. There's a creature. It's a 5-drop. Excuse me. There's a 5-drop that makes all of your minions cost 5. Actually, all of your cards cost 5, right? And it used to be that if you were able to discount the cost of a card, it would still cost 5 because it says everything costs 5. They changed that recently, so after the card costs 5, discounts are applied. And there's a bunch of golem creatures that are like, it's a 25 mana card, but it costs 1 less for each damage you've taken. So if you've taken 5 damage, it costs 0 when you make it cost 5.
Sure.
Or there's ones that are like, it's an 8-drop, but it costs 1 less for every spell you've cast this game. Well, I mean, you've cast a couple spells by the time you get to that guy, so it just costs 0. So the idea is like turn 4, turn 5, you drop like 6 8/8s, and like, what do you do against that? And it's all over Wild. Wild's like unplayable because of that right now. You either play that or you play a deck that can beat that. I didn't consider that when I was building this deck, so it's very possible I'm about to get demolished real quick.
Real quick.
Yeah. But we'll see. I'm finding an opponent. I've never played Wild actually, so I'm kind of digging the overgrown roots. Hey, notice it's taking a long time because no one's playing Wild right now, except for the people that have the Giants deck. Which honestly, I could probably. Yep, it's a giant. It's Hunter too. Honestly, I could probably make the deck myself. But I'm not gonna, because I'm not a bag of. I'm not a bag of shit.
I'm not about to be that guy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Heads up, off scheduled times. There's more cursing on this channel.
I mean, have you seen Sully's streams?
I haven't.
It's It's hardly the worst of our worries.
All right, then fine. I'm
Let
glad.
Let us never forget the conversation about this place that lets you get your loved one's ashes made into a dildo. Because
Oh, that's
that,
phenomenal.
that happened.
That's so nice. That's very considerate, actually.
I mean, you say that, but it's like I don't know, man.
Oh no,
don't
I
know.
wouldn't
Maybe
do
it's
it,
just
and I
me.
would look at people weird if they did it.
But I mean, I guess it's
You know, that's the second reference to people's ashes that I've heard today.
huh.
Yeah, earlier I read an article about two guys that had a buddy. Do I want to do this? Let's try this. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Two guys had a friend that they had cream.
I'm sorry if I'm bringing
Oh,
up happy
God.
memories.
Oh God, why?
Why would you say that?
So they had a friend that they had him cremated, and then they turned his ashes into fish bait, and then they caught the world record catfish or something like
Oh,
that with their
wow.
friend's ashes that they used to like fish with. So that's pretty
That's
cool.
kind of a touching story, actually.
Right. This guy is playing a lot of Hunter Secrets. I'm really curious as to what's actually happening. I'm afraid I'm gonna get all my shit blown up here, so let's just go in. Too damn strong myself. Oh, hey Sarah. How's it going?
Hi, Sarah. How's it going? You came in at the absolute right time.
We're talking about the horrors of Sully.
Yeah, we were just reliving weird. Alex was worried that he was cussing too much, and now I'm like, please.
Right. Ugh. Hot dog chunks. I'm really curious what this guy's deck is. Oh my god, it's just all secrets. You know what it is? I see exactly what he's doing. He's playing he's gonna kill this thing. Because he brought it to 2 health just so that it would get blown up with his secret that he just played. Yep. No, Hot Dog Chunks is terrible to... On a channel with Sully celebrated shooting dildos in a prostitute's mouth. It seems like Sully's all over this, so I'm glad. So let's try Emperor Tharson. Oh my god. Well, it's nice to know I'm in good company.
You're among friends. There
Yes.
is a reason that I just leave the recommended mature audiences flag on the stream.
Yeah, just keep that shit up.
Just keep it on.
Let's see. I'm a bit afraid that he's got a bounce here, but I'm gonna... It might be Snake Trap?
Oh, God.
Let's just go face and see what happens. Summon a 3/3 bear. Okay. I think I get more value out of this. Right. And then I will freeze that. I'll play my guy that makes mechs cost less. And I'll play Snow Chugger. I'll hit him for 7. Yes, suddenly Bear is actually much worse than I expected it to be. There's also, they just introduced a new Hunter Secret that makes suddenly Cat. It's a 4/2 Cat with stealth. I don't know, what is this guy doing? Oh, and then he's going to kill them all and make this thing really big. Give your minions Death Rattle, add a random beast to your hand. Huh.
Hi, Cat.
I mean, I think he's... Oh, he can't kill them because I used the mirror image. Cool. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can do 12 to him.
I apologize if I'm just like making random every once in a while, but I'm playing Dead Cells right now.
Oh, are you?
Yes. I can multitask.
Right, you got it.
I may have just gotten to a checkpoint after a really long like challenge room sitting on like 70 cells. Oh. That was harrowing.
Obliterate. Destroy a minion. Your hero takes damage equal to its health. That's fine. There's a limit. It's how bad that can be. A bear suddenly appearing can be a good thing sometimes. What if you're being mauled by a lion, and then a bear shows up and
then you're being mauled by a lion and
right, you know what? That's probably true. The bear's not gonna fight the lion. The bear's just gonna be
No.
like, "Lion, get away from that corpse. It's mine.
I would like that now.
My baby is hungry." Verdant Longneck. Aw, look at him. He's so big, and he's got taunt now. There's no way this guy survives this next turn. There's not a chance.
You say that.
He made a lot of these dudes that make random beasts. No, there's because I'll just use this and destroy it. Yes, no. I didn't say there's any good situation where a bear appears. I'm saying that there might be a situation where, like, you know, if a bear shows up, it might help. I'm getting very, oh yes, nice. I'm getting very granular here. If there's someone with a gun to my head and says, "I'm going to kill you unless a bear walks in that door right now." If a bear walks in the door...
if the problem is that there is a lack of bears, then, I mean, sure, yeah, bear showing
right.
up. Thing.
Or it's just like, you know, I've got a very sad biologist who's like, all the bears are dead.
They're dead.
And then a bear walks in the door.
It's like, hot diggity.
It's a very good
no
moment.
more dead bears.
But then there's 2 dead us. So
well,
I'm imagining the bear is going to kill us.
Yeah.
There it is. Cat trick. After your opponent casts a spell, summon a 4/2 panther with stealth. Look at the little happy purple panther coming out of a hat. Oh, that's another thing I forgot to mention. Every one of the cards has a fun little flavor text. I know some new tricks. A lot of good tricks. I'll show them to you. Medivh will not mind at all if I do.
On International Bring a Crap Ton of Bears to Work Day.
Let me see. What's the name? Alley? Crafting?
Oh, God.
Alley Cat. To be a cool cat in Gadgetzan, you gotta have bling. So you can't really... I'll make him. Why not? I'll make 2 of them. You couldn't see it in the grayed out version, but he's got little jewels on his teeth. And if you'll see, there's another kitty in a box behind him, and that cat shows up on the it's a battle cry to make a 1/1 cat, and the 1/1 cat that it makes is super cute. Let me see if I can figure out how to show you that. This is my first day. This is my first day with OBS, so I'm still learning. Give me a break.
Are you trying to get like a Chrome window or something to show up?
Right. No. Here, I got it. One sec. View image. No, can I not? Can I open link in new tab? No, I want to. It's the worst. Open.
What's the problem, buddy?
Aha. So, we will do this. I will add a window capture.
Yeah, window capture. If you're just trying to do like a firefighter.
Let's see.
I don't know if this is still the case, but sometimes OBS does not like Chrome specifically, and I've got to use
it really doesn't, does it?
I've got to use Firefox if I want to share a browser window.
I see that happening. Let's go to. I don't think I have Firefox because I just generally use Chrome, or I guess
Edge.
I guess Edge. Oh my God, that hurts to even say. I know. Don't ask again. It's like, do you want this to be your standard? No.
Hey, we noticed that Edge isn't your default. No.
Yeah, we noticed that you once I remember one time it was like, do you want to just like really give it a try? Like, it's okay. It's not bad.
It's promise. It's not as bad as everyone says it is. Sure.
Oh yeah, hell went badly, and then well, it went very badly, and then super not terrible today. Once I figure this out, I'll
Okay.
elaborate. Edge, no, come on, Edge. Maybe if I resize you.
Ah, woo, ah! Sorry. I I
Wow,
dodged through a wall and I don't know how it happened. And that
Edge has
was
shown up like a billion. You know what? Screw this window capture. I'm just gonna capture my I'm gonna add a display capture. There we go. You see that? Is that doing
it's
anything for you?
it's entirely black.
No, no, not that. You have to give it a second. Enjoying this app? No, I'm really not. But so that that is the much
There it
cute.
is.
That is the much cuter cat.
Oh my god.
Isn't he adorable? Look at that face.
Oh,
Look
I want 7.
look at his freaking face. Oh my god.
Ugh.
Okay. So yes, that's what happens when you get out of there. Anyway,
Anyway.
anyway, um, let's do one more game. Why does it have? Because on the streets of Gadget saying, to be a cool cat, you gotta have bling. Did you not? Did you not hear the flavor text? We were alerted. So Hell Day. Yes. So last week I was told that I had to have 3 dashboards ready by Friday at 1 p.m. to sit down and talk with my boss. Then on Tuesday at 4:50 p.m. I was told we actually need it Thursday at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I was like, all right. I talked with
Okay.
I talked with our consultant from 12 to 2, uh, and the idea was dashboards in Tableau. They're visualizations for data. Um, from 12 to 2, I talked with our consultant guy who was just like, hey, all of your data is really shitty. I was like, I know. That's why it's taking me so long to get this done. And he was like, we can fix this, but I've only got until 2. So let's blow up this dashboard, move all of the data, take all of the employee IDs because like one person would have 34 rows for just
Oh,
themselves. Basically, every time they changed job status, changed location, changed actual job, transferred anywhere, instead of updating their row of information, they would just create a new row for that person
oh
and
god.
change like one field in that new row. So a lot of people were like, "Yes, this person is active, but also this person was fired." It's, is this the latest record?
uh,
Some people just had one line and it said, "Is latest record?" No. It's like, "Yes, it is. That's the only line." So we blew up everything I did over the past couple days, and it was like at 4 o'clock, I'm gonna come back on, we're gonna put this back together. And then at 3:30, my boss comes out and says, "Whatever you have, let's just do it now." And
do, do it live.
I was like, I got nothing. Tableau helping me again at 4, and we're gonna put this together. And she's like, don't have time for that. Revert, do whatever you can, give me fake data, right? Just make it look good. So I give her fake data, and she's sitting there looking at it, and she's like, this is all wrong. I was like, I
It's
know,
fake
it's fake
data.
data. And she's like, but if I show them this, then they're gonna ask a bunch of questions. Like, well, you just said tell them that the data was bad, and this is a mock-up of the functionality. And she was like, nope, can't do it. We're just not gonna show them this. We'll show. So of the 3 dashboards we needed to show, we had like one. Um, but
Sick.
this I know, no shit, right? But this morning I was in there for the conference call with all the people from Schindler, which is in Sweden, which is where our headquarters is. Plus like a bunch of global heads and a bunch of senior VPs and stuff. And I'm just like furiously typing away at my computer, but really quietly in the corner because I'm not supposed to be on that call. um, while my boss is presenting our talent acquisition piece. And she's just like, yes, and we have like the attrition data thing that's not going to be available. And then I'm just like in the corner, just waving at her. And I'm just like holding up a piece of paper that says, like, it's ready. And she's like, actually, I just got a message. It's just ready now. We're going to go to it now. So I am just like, and I was like, it's live, meaning it's live to go and she can look at it. It's up on our server. And she
Uh-huh.
was like, oh, and I've been told this is connected to our live data, so it updates in real time. And I'm just like, fuck. It's like, so now I have to, it was good, but now I have to connect it to our live data.
It's true. She wasn't lying. She did
Right.
get a message.
She got a message that said it's live. But it was just a very funny, just like, it's live in the fact that there's a little code monkey in the corner, just like live updating it. I realize on the camera you can't see my hands. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a mad dash. And then the rest of the day, I was just like, don't pay attention to me. Don't talk to me. I've got shit I got to do. But it was much better. I woke up at 4:30 today. So I could get
Yay!
in.
How are you still alive?
Oh my god. I'm not. I'm actually a ghost.
You are being fueled solely by caffeine.
I was really hoping that when I passed my hand in front of the camera, I just wouldn't be there after the hand passed by.
Nah, bro, you
It
gotta go
doesn't
into
work
studio
like
mode for that.
that. Yeah, I know. Oh no, I run paper. Like that is my See, if I was also, it's because my boss can't really quite handle she was in our internal messaging system giving the presentation, so I couldn't like send a message through that. So I had to be right up in there. What am I gonna do against this shaman? Yes, caffeine and Sprite. Actually, it was my Adderall and Sprite, which helped me out. I avoided caffeine today, except for this wonderful Diet Pepsi.
this Diet Pepsi, the drink of America.
So this is tough. I have no way to get a creature out anytime early unless I draw into it. So if this guy's playing aggro, I might want Holy Smite. But if he's not playing aggro, Eternal Servitude, after I draw into the card, it's going to be so much better. So I'm taking a risk here. But I think I'm going to do Eternal Servitude. So this allows me to find a minion, discover a minion that's died, and summon it right to the board. Yes! Oh, that's exactly the card I needed. So I'm just going to heal him and say, the light shall burn you. Because I got nothing better to do this turn. Yes, Pepsi. To drink for when you want to drink when you want a Pepsi. Which is not often. Oh, and that helps me out too. Let's hold off another turn. Did you die, Drew? What was that?
No,
noise?
I'm okay.
Okay. Oh right, you're playing Dead Cells.
I'm playing Dead Cells. No, not yet. We're good.
I was afraid you were having a heart attack from eating an entire pizza today.
No, I told you I didn't eat the entire pizza. I have to ration it.
Right. You just wanted to eat the entire pizza.
I wanted to eat. I'm still hungry, but I'm not gonna eat the.
I'm gonna heal myself one more time here and see, because if I can hold off for this and do 5 damage to all this stuff, it is a bit sweet. Sometimes. I did have a Pepsi today. I bought a glass bottle Pepsi when I bought my salad today. A salad which is completely
negated by the Pepsi.
Well, completely negated by the Pepsi, also completely negated by all the honey mustard and diced ham and hard-boiled egg and goat cheese and corn and raisins. And I loaded the shit out of that Pepsi. If I Shadow Essence, I have 5 more minions in my deck. One of them is Barnes, which brings in other minions. So there's a 20% chance that I get a completely useless minion for this Eternal Servitude. So I think I'm just going to Dragon Fire Potion right now.
Alright.
Right. 7/8 of a pizza is not technically a whole pizza.
That's true.
He's going to evolve here, which is devastating, because all of those guys technically count as 5 drops.
Oh, no.
Right.
That doesn't sound good.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Sounds like the
16.
opposite of what's good.
So he's got 16 damage there. I gotta summon the 5/5. Fucking! I knew it was gonna be Barnes. Damn it! He's the only one that doesn't have any sort of effect on the board when he comes in.
No.
So that ruins me. I'm dead. So I'm just dead. Ugh. That's devastating.
That's poopy.
Let's see. I can do... Oh, man. It's less than that. I just want to point out. No, if I do that, he gets the 8/8 again. I want to silence everything, but I can't
Oh man,
really.
did you also select luck as your dump stat when you were born?
Everybody does, dude.
No, you decidedly have much better luck than I do. I'm just putting that out there.
That's true.
Except not as much as Dylan.
Dylan's on a whole nother crazy level. My
He
brother
had a freaking $100 bill just slap him in the chest
just
once.
slap him right in the chest, and he looks down and he's like, "Oh, cool," and just like picks it up.
Pockets it.
Well played. Well, that went poorly. Yeah, no, he took all of the luck out of my parents. If I was born 11 months earlier.
If only.
All right, I'm at level 48. This is whatever happens here is just gonna. Yeah, no, like money will just fly through the air and hit him on the leg, and he'll just be like, "Oh," and put it in his pocket.
What?
Yeah, he's had multiple cars given to him. What are... I don't know, just super lucky. He got turned down from a job because he lied on his application and said that he had a college degree. But then the HR manager called him and was like, "Oh, you know, I can't find a record of you having this degree. Yeah, I'm checking with the school and it's just not on your transcript." She's like, "But, oops, I've lost your application. So if you reapply and just say you don't have the degree but requisite experience, then maybe you'll get the job." So like he talked to me the day after he was told that he wasn't going to get the job because he didn't have a degree, and he was like, "I think I gotta go. I can't keep doing this. I think I gotta go back to school. I gotta finish." You know, he made it through 3.5 years of school, and then dropped out. So yeah, he was like, "So I gotta get some responsibility, and I have to like," nope. Turns out he didn't have to.
Turns out zero responsibility.
Right. He was just like, "Woo! Got the job!" I was making like way more money than I was making. Still salty about it. Although he just lost that job, but he got severance package and he's got unemployment. And they offered, even though he had a no compete clause, since they laid him off, they're gonna give him a high recommendation to another company. So he's just kind of coasting on his insurance right now, looking for other jobs. He was born. He's like Fry's brother in Futurama. He stole the clover, and now has the greatest luck ever. Yep, I don't get it, man. And the ladies love him, and I don't get it because he's so hairy. If he takes his shirt off, it looks like he's wearing a sweater.
Well, to be fair, I guess
his nephew.
You usually got to get to the
his brother was the one that
the
wanted
shirt taken off point.
Right. No, you can hear him take his shirt off because it sounds like. If he doesn't shave for like 2 weeks, he looks like straight on Santa Claus, like young Santa.
Young Santa. Oh, I'd watch that movie.
I'm sure they've made that movie.
Young Santa, I'm sure.
I'm sure it's out there. Tim Allen was young Santa.
I guess.
Yeah, okay.
Fine, I guess.
Yeah. Fine.
I guess that
probably. Yeah. Another thing that's weird about him is he has medically unusually very moist palms. Like I don't know.
Like you had to put medically.
Yes, it's not just like, oh yeah, my palms are really moist. It's like a condition. am I gonna do here?
Yeah.
Do that.
Moist.
Yes, moist. And it is. They're so moist that his hands will like peel. So he has like, you know, special moisturizer and stuff. And when we're playing games, he'll often stop to like, you know, dry his hands off or crack his knuckles. He cracks his knuckles a lot. I only do it occasionally.
I'm guilty of that.
Oh no, he took my spell. This is an interesting card. Destroy all 1-cost spells in both decks. So he got rid of both his whirlwinds, but he took my Potion of Madness and my Smite. Well, I got both these and both of those, so this is a pretty good shot. Malagos, I like to see that.
What? It's ridiculous.
Yes, it happens to armpits, heads, feet, all that kind of stuff. It happens to his feet too, but to a lesser degree.
It's usually less important when you're playing the video games.
Whatever. He's generally wet and hairy at the same time. And yet, just women are all over it.
I don't know. Maybe women are into that. I don't know.
There's something to it.
There's got to be something going on here that I don't understand.
It can't just be that. I don't know.
I don't know. Is it me? Is there something wrong with me?
I don't know. Are you guys into wet, hairy people? Like, yeah, he's like a heel, or he's like a seal. He's not like a heel. My heels are very dry.
Thank you very much.
I have very dry heels.
Can I just quote that?
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hit him in the face. I'm gonna do 6 damage to all minions and heal 6 for each one hit. And then I'm going to resummon him as a 4/12 instead of a 5/5. That's a turn. Now that's a turn. The reason why I was able to do that, that was a 1-mana spell, or a 1 damage to all enemy minions and gain 1 health. But, he's going to execute it. Cool. But Malagos has spell damage plus 5. So, you know, this would do 10 damage to all minions except dragons. That other spell does 6 damage to everything. I didn't expect him to have the execute, because I felt like he would have used it the turn before. But I've got Eternal Servitude again, so I'm just going to bring it back. Yes, bears are usually unlucky, though. Unless it's my brother, who is the luckiest bear. Maybe I shouldn't call him a bear. That's generally used for hairy homosexual men, which I don't think he is. He may be.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe.
I don't
judge. But he has a current girlfriend. Had a number. So.
Right. He hasn't had a number of girlfriends.
So I'm just assuming based on.
Right. History is not always accurate. So let's see what happens here. Let's go back to the seal comparison. Yes. I forgot to mention his flippers. his hands are not hands; they're actually flippers. In fact, my brother might actually be a seal.
I was born with webbed feet.
I need to revisit this.
Want to see?
Want to see? Yeah.
I've never been to a party before. Do they hurt?
Do they hurt? I don't like this. Oh man, this guy is desperate. So he just uses things, draw a card for each friendly damage character, and he used them just as like cantrips to draw past this guy. So I know he doesn't have much going on, so I'm just gonna straight up silence that shit.
Yeah. Get that out of my face.
Let's do Barnes.
Get that corn out of my face.
Barnes might bring me in Malagos. Ooh, Yasharge. So it's a 1/1 copy of that dude. He will grab either the regular version of Yasharge or Malagos. The problem is this guy probably has Brawl. So Brawl is a warrior card that sees a lot of play in control decks like this one, where you destroy every minion except for one chosen randomly. There's Malagos. So even if he doesn't Brawl, he's in serious trouble, because this will do 7 damage to everything now.
You've been Brawl, bruh.
Yeah, here's his Brawl. Hopefully he doesn't leave the Dire Horn. And Malagos. Sweet. Okay. I'm down for that. Who else do I still have in my deck? I have the regular version of Yasharj, and I have the Lich King. So, areas. I'm just going to heal his face because it does nothing because he's full health and has armor. Give your minions +2/+2 and can't be the target of spells or hero powers. That's fine, but since Brawl doesn't target technically, I don't want to do that because for sure he's running a second Brawl. You don't run a deck as controlly as his. Ooh, actually, he might be playing a different deck that I'm not used to called Dead Man's Hand. Dead Man's Hand is an interesting card. It shuffles your hand back into your deck. So the Dead Man's Hand deck plays a lot of those golems that you can make cost 0, and then cards to like duplicate your creatures on the board, and then just infinitely plays huge shit. So I think I need to kill him really quick. There's damn it, I knew it. Okay, so he's gonna slam. So slam is a card that he duplicated, and execute's a card he duplicated. That's not good for me. Let's see.
I love.
Let's go to Lich King. So
I don't remember his name, but I remember.
yes, Sap
Fish
Vandergrin's
boy.
ultimate strategy. Damn it, another anti-magic spell. Again, doesn't do great against Brawl, but it does stop his slams and his executes. So if I can get one of these guys to survive, that'd be really cool. I knew there was going to be another Brawl. But again, every one of those creatures, totally worth having. Malagos again, whatever, that's fine. There's your 6/9. So I'm going to do this. And then destroy him. 6 damage. We'll see. We'll see. He can't get any more draw off of me now. Because he can't target my stuff with slam. So he'd need to play his own creature and then slam it. Which I don't think he wants to do because I have Malagos. Also, I've still got this. Deal 10 damage to all minions except dragons. Because it's got the bonus 5 from being Malagos. N'Zoth, summon all your death rattle minions that died this game. Okay.
Seems pretty good. Sure.
I'm gonna do this one. I want to save this, I think. And now that was a 2-mana spell that does 5 damage to the enemy hero. Normally not really worth having in your deck, but since I've got so many ways to bring Malagos back, 2 mana for 10 damage is pretty great.
That does sound pretty great.
I've pushed through easily 30 armor already, so. 1/4s. He created the brawl. I forgot that. Come on, Malagos, survive. Farts. All right, I might be dead.
No.
So let's spell him. Hey, mind control. That actually might get me a win here. Okay. You missed a bit. There's been a lot of things destroyed. He had a third brawl, which I wasn't expecting. I didn't think that he had duplicated it with Dead Man's Hand. I was not paying enough attention to that. I think I've still got a creature or two in my deck. The deck runs very few creatures so that I can pull out the things that are most effective. But I think my ultimate plan now is to wait until he plays something huge and then gain control of it with mind control.
Ooh, tricksy.
Right. No, I destroyed a whole board of his. He played a creature which brings back all of his things with Death Rattle. And then I did 7 damage to all of them and his face. And then he immediately played 2 little dudes. And then, see, I can't get... I use both Eternal Servitudes, so I cannot get back Malagos. So I'm just going to Mind Blast. And then 5 damage here. I'm going to get him close to death, but I don't think I'm going to be able to kill him. And I'm not going to... See, once you run out of cards in your deck, you start taking fatigue damage. So the first time you would draw and you don't have something in your deck, you take 1 damage. The second time you take 2, 3, 4, and it just keeps ramping up.
Ooh, that's bad.
Right. Yes, summon 6 guys, all 6 guys get destroyed. That was the other guy, but then he summoned more guys and destroyed my guy. It was a 33% chance that it worked. If it didn't work, he would have just conceded. So is that worth mind controlling? I don't think he has a better creature than that one. And I don't think he has another brawl. And there's my second mind control, so there's no risk.
Hey.
This is the greediest priest deck in the world, by the way. I run 3 10-mana cards. Like, if they do anything to me early on... Oh yeah, he can slam me now because of that. But I really don't mind. If he can't kill me here, he's got to use the execute. He's got a dead man's hand first to make sure he has another execute in his deck, and then he needs to use it. Because if he doesn't, I just anti-magic shell and start swinging for 8. This is the deciding turn right here. If he can't clear this guy, I'm pretty sure I win. Oh, I think he's got it.
No.
How do you have it? 3 damage to all damaged minions. Oy. Well, you know what he's not going to be expecting? Is a second mind control. So let's go here. He's got a dead man's hand soon. He's got 4 cards left. He's got 6 in hand. There's the Dire Horn. Armorsmith. Armorsmith.
Greedy priests opening for Incubus. I'd see that show.
I wish I could summon Bear.
Summon Bear. That sounds like the best D&D spell ever.
Sure, let's go for it. Let's see. He's... What has he got in there? He's got a slam. He's got execute. I mean, if he screws up his... He's got another N'Zoth. That's really bad.
Uh-oh. Can you mind control that guy?
Let's do this. I can do 5 damage to everything except for dragons. He's going to gain a lot of armor from this.
Oh man, so they added a new thing you can spec into in Dead Cells, which is you can sell items that drop for like a percentage of your shop.
I thought I heard that, yeah.
That's super useful. It's like there's so many times where I come across an item. Nah, not really good on.
I didn't know you could pop these bubbles in this goop over there. That's fun.
Oh.
Everything's all old god goopy.
You're telling me.
Man, this is a long game. I love these control games. Oh god, there's an eyeball!
Oh god.
I'm sorry for poking you. What is up with this guy? Come on.
Ooh. I'm using the Nutcracker.
Jesus Christ. I guess. I'm just gonna wait until he can. I was doing that earlier at work today because I had to send some stuff out, and I had the packaging bubbles. So I've had my fill of bubble popping earlier today.
Mm.
He's got a lot of those Direhorn Matriarchs. Let's go with this. So I'm gonna start taking fatigue. There's no way I win this. I got no more creatures. I've got no way of taking his stuff. My goal right now is to hope that he disconnects.
All right, that's the strategy, folks.
Right, you heard it here first. Sometimes when things look most dire, there's a Comcast outage.
your only salvation cast is crappy.
Right, so this is dead in my hand. Yeah, he's got a dead man's hand, so he's not going to get into fatigue. Right. I'm not going to be a total jerk here, because you can wait for a minute and a half each turn. And the rope will go down.
No,
So
that's just me.
I could just sit here and rope him for like the next. It's gonna take him a while to kill me. I've got a way to restore 12 health on my character. I can blow up his board a couple times. I kill that shit.
You can make him work for it.
Yeah, I can make him take. It can take time. So say out of cards, take 1 damage, and then next turn I'll take 2. So this is just a lost cause.
Well played.
Well played.
And he knows it. But I never surrender.
Never give up. Never surrender. They took that movie off of Netflix recently, and I'm so salty.
Did they?
I saw that it was there, and I was all set to watch Galaxy Quest again. And then I looked for it, and it's like, oh yeah, no, it's not here.
Aren't they remaking that?
Are they?
Pretty sure somebody big is doing a Galaxy Quest TV show.
Color me intrigued. Is it like the TV show that was based, like the fictional TV show that they made?
It's
based.
So there was going to be a show, and then they canceled it. And then they are bringing it back. Amazon, I believe, is bringing it back, and Paul Scheer is the one that's doing it. If you don't know Paul Scheer, he's in The League. He's Andre. He's in a couple of things. He did. He was in. I think it's NTFSD SUV. And Animal or like Pet Hospital. They were shows on Adult Swim.
Okay.
His wife is June Diane. His wife is June Diane Raphael. She's in Grace and Frankie as like the oldest sister, and they do a podcast, the funniest podcast out there. Actually, if you Google funniest podcast, it's the #1 one that shows up, called "How Did This Get Made," which is about terrible, terrible movies and how they got made.
And other alphabet soups.
Right. Amazon, correct.
I love How Did This Get Made.
Right. So, How Did This Get Made? The guy that runs How Did This Get Made is Paul Scheer. All right, he's finally out of cards. He's just going to Dead Man's Hand again. I'm just gonna. I want to concede, but maybe he hasn't touched his cards. Maybe he disconnected. You can't get that original cast. Tony Shalhoub's too big now.
Also, Alan Rickman's dead.
Yes, Alan Rickman's dead, but that's not the reason why. It's because of Tony Shalhoub. Hey, gold mind control. That's pretty cool looking. Well, that took a long time, but I kind of want to end on a win.
Oh no, it's Smite Syndrome again.
Let's play Evolve Shaman. That's a quick deck.
Okay.
I know, so sad. Poor Alan Rickman.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, that made me so sad.
Yeah. No, I knew it was Alan Rickman, but you got to get into the Tony Shalhoub jokes when you can. You know, he's been coasting on Monk for far too long. He needs to do something. All right, let's get aggressive. Warlock, huh? I'll keep Jade Lightning. Who else was in that movie?
Tim
Tim Allen,
Allen.
obviously.
Oh
Justin
God.
Long.
God, no. Oh, I'm having the biggest brain fart of my life. Freaking Ripley.
Oh, Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver. She was the female lead, wasn't
Yeah.
Yes.
Sigourney Weaver, Tim Allen, Tony Shalhoub, Alan Rickman.
That movie had a stacked cast.
Yeah. Yeah. Other people.
You know, the one guy from The Big Bang Theory, I think. No, not actually.
No, not him. Rainn Wilson. Dwight Schrute from The Office. He was in it.
Yes. HP.
Ooh, baby, that taunt is what I needed. Let's go. Yeah, you need to watch. If you have not seen it, it's very funny.
Oh man, I love Galaxy
It
Quest.
is a full-on send-up. Oh, I'm talking to Pultiv. It's a full-on send-up of all the old. I guess it's not. No, it's the old ones. The ooh, that's gotta die. Maybe I just devolve here. The old Star Treks.
Yeah, it's like
I think I devolve here.
the. I don't know if the premise is like a spoiler or not. No, I won't.
Yeah, I don't want to
You should Galaxy Quest if you
spoil anything, but
if you can find it, if it's anywhere.
right, not scary movie style. It's very well done. I
Yes.
enjoyed the first two scary movies.
Yeah, the
Maybe
first two were enjoyable.
Maybe parts of the third one.
The third one is the one that
Oh,
had
that's bad. Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen as the president, right?
Right. Yes.
The ending of the third one was kind of funny, but I don't remember anything else from that.
Right.
That's the one where there was like the Signs parody, right?
Kind of like Spaceballs.
Yeah. That is fairly accurate.
Right.
It is a parody of like the sci-fi Star Trek space adventure.
Right. It's very self-aware. Whereas Spaceballs is an actual thing taking place in a real universe. This film is about the people who play the characters on the TV show.
Yes. I'll just keep dumping into more healing.
He's gotta kill my dude. There you go.
Watch Galaxy Quest be like DVD only on.
No, it's on Netflix, I think.
Is
No.
it?
It was recently, but you're right. They did pull it off.
Because I remember like we started watching it at Pat's. It's like on a whim,
Right.
and then I was like, oh man, I need. Because I watched like the 10 minutes of whatever. It's like, oh man, I need to like actually watch this movie now.
Right.
And then like a couple later, I tried to find it and it was gone. Indeed.
All right, let's try this. Banana.
What the hell is that?
Go like that. That's not the worst. Let me get some.
Oh god.
Anyone else
made a
heard jazz
mistake.
music? I think it's just you. Oh, the little doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. That's I mean that might be just the in-game music for Hearthstone.
It might be. I've got stream music because I don't want to hear myself on like a 5-second delay, but it's entirely possible.
Yeah, there you go. The music's really well done actually in this game. It's one of the many things that I enjoy. Wow, another silence.
Music is usually pretty high
5,
quality.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I need 6 damage to kill him this turn. I don't think I can get 6 damage. So maybe I start trading. Oh, now I only need 3 damage. That might have been a bad move on his part. Shouldn't have played that imp, you dick.
Oh, you pressed the imp button. You shouldn't have did that.
Oops. That was a mistake.
Mistake.
Man. Wow. Why would he do that? I guess he did need the body. And I did top deck into the damage. So it wasn't the worst play, but whatever. Oh, that leads into how you get gold in this game. Like I said, you can buy a pack for 100 gold. You can do the arena for 150 gold. Every 3 wins, you get 10 gold. And then every day, you get a new quest. So, I can't show the quest log right now, but it'll be like, you know, play 20 minions that cost 5 or more, or deal 60 damage to opponents, or, you know, win 3 games as priest or druid.
Play the games a bunch.
Yeah, play 30 murlocs, right? And then you'll get 20, 40, 60, 80 gold, whatever the quest is. However hard the quest is, that's how much gold you'll get for doing it. But if you get the one that's like 60 gold, win 5 games as priest, then you're generally going to get 10 to 20 gold from winning those 5 games because you get 1 for every win. And that's like 80 gold. So you can get a pack a day, maybe a pack every 2 days. It averages out more because you get the free pack from the Tavern Brawl. And they stack up to 3 in your quest log. So you can do multiples at once. And then once per day, you can also ditch a quest. So like if there's one that says, you know, play 50 Murlocs and you hate playing Murlocs, you just click it and it'll change to something else. Or, you know.
So it is pretty much just like Heroes of the Storm.
Wrong. Heroes of the Storm is just like Hearthstone. Hearthstone's been doing it since 2014. Heroes of the Storm was like, wow, Hearthstone's making a lot of money, and nobody wants to ever play Heroes of the Storm ever. So what if we make it more like Hearthstone? They took like Hearthstone and Overwatch and blended them together and made it into the new Heroes of the Storm. To go so far as to even just include the characters in Heroes. But I don't know if you've noticed, since you never played WoW, all of the cards are World of Warcraft based. They're all
I did know that, at least.
Yeah, they're all creatures from World of Warcraft or spells from World of Warcraft.
I recognize some of them.
What do they roar? Nobody can quite tell, but it sounds like Elephant Macho Breeze. It's probably not that, though.
Oh, God!
You're just dying over there, aren't you?
I have 1 HP left. How did that...
Oh, God. My Alexa, my Amazon Alexa, we just recently got Fios, thank God, and I have not reconnected it. So just occasionally throughout the night, it'll just be like, I'm having trouble connecting. Please connect. And it's like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning,
in the house.
And this would take me 2 seconds to fix, but I still haven't done it, and I'm not going to.
Certainly not tonight. It's late.
Definitely not tonight. Speaking of definitely not tonight, definitely not gonna. Oh, maybe I'm gonna. Do I play one more?
I mean, you're the one what's got to get up at like 5 o'clock.
Hey, I only need to get up at 5:30, and I was only up at 4:30 today.
Oh, my being.
So. Yeah, I can get like 4.5 hours of sleep. But you know what time I went to bed last night? Like 8 o'clock. Because I got home, I had to go to like a TSA pre-check thing. And I got home at like 8, and I was like, I'm just gonna lay down for a second, Jackie. And then I woke up, it was 4:30 in the morning. I was like, oops. I don't know. It was an exhausting day, so
it sounds like
I needed it. But I'm fully re-energized from that.
Well, that's good.
Trying to see, I guess the glare in my glasses, the reflection is coming off the screens. I got bright screens. I'm trying to make my eyes worse than they already are.
Good.
Right. Yes, that's exactly what happened. I'll just close my. Let me play something that I haven't played yet. I know what I'll do. I'll play the longest, dirtiest deck that I have. So this deck, I'm missing most of the cards for, at least most of the cards that I want. And the idea is to mill my opponent. Max hand size is 10. I guess this is a good way to show off more mechanics of the game for you. Max hand size is 10, so if you draw when you have a max hand, it just burns the card.
Oh, okay.
He's thrall. Let's go with that. Yeah, we've all been there at least once. As a dad now, I definitely am in the club of I'm just resting my eyes. That's nearly an exclusively dad thing to say.
I'm pretty sure everyone has heard a dad say that at least once.
They certainly have. All right. So like I
You
said,
you may
there's the
have
knife
been
you make.
resting your eyes, PG, and I won't fault you for it.
Right. I've seen you rest your eyes while playing things like
Bayonetta.
yeah, 3 a.m. Bayonetta, where we're all just kind of talking to each other and we look back at the screen and she has been running into a wall for the past 20 minutes.
I was just resting my eyes.
Right.
It was late.
Right, or like the three of us are on an objective in Battlefield Bad Company too. It's like, go, where's Drew? And you're just like sniping.
Yes, quote end quote
Yeah.
sniping.
I like how you're still working off the delay, but you knew that I did the quotes anyway.
I could hear it.
Right. What do I want to do
Despite
here?
the fact that I never really played.
No, you never
Hearthstone.
sniped because Andrew was always sniping.
That's true. Although the one time I did snipe, and this is like still one of my favorite like
Moments.
moments that I'll never relive, my glory days. I sniped the pilot out of a helicopter three times
I remember that.
in one match.
He was
And
pretty
then they
salty.
stopped flying helicopters over that.
Right.
With me, friend.
All right. Let's see how this goes. So, if you see here, I play this card Cold Light Oracle. Each player draws 2 cards. So the idea of this deck is to play this card over and over again with bounce effects like Youthful Brewmaster, with Shadow Step to return it to my hand to make it cost less. It's not going to work great against this guy that costs 5. But I think 7, 8, 9, 10. I think this is here's the trick.
Whoa!
So draw 2 for both of us, and then I will Shadow Step him, and then I will draw 2 for both of us. And now that he's got 10 cards in hand, when I bounce that, it destroys it instead of bouncing it to his hand. And then I will Preparation, and I will bounce that thing and destroy it. Turn.
Is too full.
And destroyed another Jade Claw. So that's the idea.
Uh-huh.
The problem is, I don't have any of the cards that will give me the health back, and I take a lot of damage before I can start doing that. Previous iterations of the deck have ways to add more cards to your deck, or help you survive against the onslaught. This one does not have that. So I do have the legendary card that everyone gets and then hates, which is Lore Walker Cho. He's a 0/4, and whenever a player casts a spell, you get a copy into your hand. And everybody, when they get it, is like, aw, damn it, I got Lore Walker Cho. That card sucks. I don't think it sucks. I like it a lot. And it fills his hand with useless cards. Ooh, transform a friendly minion to a random one that costs 1 more. Let's go with Cho. And I need to start killing his shit, or I'm dead. I mean, I'm almost certainly dead. He'll have 1 more Jade Lightning at the very least, which means I'll have 6 health. And this deck is just bad. But I like the idea behind it, and I'm not giving up on it, goddammit.
We don't give up on family. You don't give up on family. I just got all. I sure went.
That's not bad.
The menagerie is for
Let's
pets
curator.
only.
So this guy is a 4/6 taunt, and I can draw a beast, dragon, or murloc from my deck. And I only have murlocs. And only
All
one
right,
of
then.
them.
Well
Devolve,
then,
please.
I know what you'll be getting.
Please, give me a taunt so that he can't hit my face. Shit. Well, I'm dead. But this guy's name is Murabi. So you get that at least.
So at least there's that.
Well, that deck does not do well, but I think I'm willing to end on a loss. That's a lie. That's a lie.
That's a lie.
That is a total lie. God, why do I do this to myself?
For the channel.
Well,
all for Homer.
It's not. None of this is for the channel. I love you guys. You're fantastic. This is me.
This is my problem.
This is my addiction. Everybody's got their thing they're addicted to. Jackie is Diet Coke. Me, it's video games and drugs.
And mine is crack cocaine.
Right. Mine is video games and hardcore drugs. So I really got to cut back on the video game.
Yeah, there's really only room for serious addiction in my.
Right. That was like when I was in high school. My chemistry teacher told us the story of why he stopped smoking weed, and it was because one night he was drinking, and a friend of his had painted this mural on his wall. Right, it was like a beautiful staircase into the heavens type thing. So he was drinking and smoking, and spent about an hour walking into the wall trying to go up the staircase, and decided, I have to give up one of these, and I'm not giving up drinking. So he just stopped smoking.
It's
Right.
true. It's for
Exactly.
Abby.
If I go into Abby's room tomorrow morning to wake her up, she'll see.
She'll know.
She'll know. You know what?
She always knows.
I'll know that she knows, and that's the worst part.
That's the word.
What am I doing with this?
You can't let Abby think that her daddy is a scrub.
Right. Because he's not, goddammit.
It's not.
Do I use the coin and get out Barnes while he's got nothing on the board? Or do I just Animal Companion? So there's 3 different animals that I can summon with Animal Companion. There's Misha. Let's see. Misha. He's a 4/4 with Taunt. Then there's also Huffer. He's a 4/2 with Charge, which allows him to attack the turn he comes out. And then there is... Aw, son of a bitch. I knew it. Right, so he's going to resummon that thing.
Cool.
How do I want to play this? I want to try to flood out as much as I can. I want to make sure I still have a beast on the board.
Oh, I just got one of the best combos in the game. The oiled sword Iron.
Oh, nice.
Everything's just
Let's go with Wind Fury. That way, if this thing doesn't kill him, nice. Then I can also kill Barnes. Alright, and now he's going to use Eternal Servitude and get a 4/8, which I'm going to have a hell of a time removing. Oh, good. the good old oil sword dick joke. Classic move.
Classic.
I'm glad you did not make it. Actually, I'm not. You should have made it. You know what? This is a different channel when I'm on board. make all the dick jokes.
What did you
Fuck.
think this
Eternal
was?
Servitude.
Classy?
Damn it, and he got the silence too. Hmm. Right. So. Ah, that was dumb of me. So the freezing trap, hopefully he'll attack this turn, and if he does, it'll bounce the 9-drop back to his hand and make it cost 11 instead.
Death.
5 damage. Destroy a random enemy minion. Cool. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. He's getting to the
We're
point where he
getting
can
somewhere.
start. He can, because he's playing the deck that I was playing. Oh, freed from Amber. That's not a bad decision for this deck. 6/10, huh? Play my 6/5 that turns into 2/2s. Let's see how this goes.
2/2s.
Because again, see, this is why you need to play this game just for that. Just so you can be like, 2/2s. Oh, Master Spell. And he didn't even need to attack it. Well, I mean, he's never going to be able to attack with this thing until he casts something else. So let's do this. Oh, baby. That's good. So this is the whole point of me having Barnes in here, so I can make 1/1 copies of the guy that turns into the 2-mana 2/2s.
2/2.
Oh man. So there's one way I win this game, and it's if I draw into the Death Knight card for the Hunter. It turns my power from deal 2 damage into create a beast. Basically, I take 2 creatures and I piece them together and make a new creature.
Like a chimera.
Right. Exactly like a chimera.
For the record, I would like to say
This is an interesting card too, and also enjoy the animation on it. Call the Wild is a 9-mana spell that drops all 3 of those beasts from that beast spell. So let's go with 5 and 4. Yes, I'll just be the dad in the corner, just laughing his ass off, like, 2/2s. Hyenas. Everyone will be very confused. Hey, that's cool. It's a helmet. It's the Lich King's helmet. Look at that. See? It's over there. I'm in so much trouble. 7, 4. This helps. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, I'll swap out. Chaw.
Yeah, so giving my dudes charge helps me get through some of that with those bodies. I'm surprisingly more in this than I expected to be. But I really need that Death Struggle card. Of course it's in my bottom 15. Oh yeah. Well, that's basically the game.
Good or bad, basically, the game.
Not in a good way.
So
right. I mean, unless I can get him into one of those situations where he's out of creatures. I mean, I've been removing his stuff pretty consistently.
Yeah.
And he didn't get a chance to duplicate money. He seems to be as out of gas as I am. Although he does have that He has that 6/10 that I bounced back. It's now cost 10 mana. It's just he doesn't want to lose tempo and let me keep something on the board. He'll probably let me keep this 2/1 because it's not a threat at all. So I wouldn't be surprised to see the 6/10 come out here, unless he drew into some other big combo card. Ysera, that'll do it. So Ysera every turn makes a dream card, and it'll do things like deal 5 damage to everything except for Ysera, or bounce a creature, or it's like a 7/6 for 4 mana. There's a bunch of stupid, crazy strong things, and it's a 4/12, which is really hard to get rid of. So the longer that thing stays on the board, the worse my prospects get. That would certainly be in my my Fat Priest deck if I had this card, which I don't. Shadow.
If I had one.
If I had one. That's pretty devastating there. Because at least with some dudes on the board, I might be able to draw into some sort of buff. You gonna get? Nope, not yet. Nope. Down to the bottom 11. Still looking for that one card that can win me the game. It's in there, because then I just start generating insane value off of my power. It's like the card you want for these control matchups. Dream. Bounce it to my hand. Yep. And then... Right. No, I love that card. I hate that I don't have it. I hate fighting against that card.
True.
So now it might be too late because he's got the 10/10. Kindly Grandmother. Kindly Grandmother's a fun card.
Excuse me?
Yes, so it is a large evil wolf holding a teddy bear in Grandma's clothes. And then it's a 1/1, and when it dies, you summon a 3/2 big bad wolf. So it's like you kill the grandma, and surprise, there was a werewolf in there.
Surprise, there was a wolf inside of Grandma.
Right.
What is a loon's
Better to eat you with.
Yeah, love that card. The art's so
That's
fun.
pretty funny.
This guy Yashard, he's one of the old gods. He's one what made those other maps all goopy looking. Do you have another Shadow or Horror?
Oh, the goopy guy.
Yeah, Goopy Goops.
Senor Goopy Face.
It was me. Death and Decay. That hurts. That hurts a bunch. This is so over. Even if I draw that other card now, there's no way I win. So, and it is now past 1. Let's see if I draw it.
Oh.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
There it freaking is.
Yep. So, if I got this 8 turns ago,
This would have been a very different match.
you'll see how this works. So I get 1 minion. Let's say it's this 2/2 for 2 that gives adjacent minions 1 attack. And then I combine it with this 3 mana 4/2 with stealth. And now I have a 5 mana 6/4 with stealth that gives adjacent minions 1 attack. So I can combine that with all sorts of giving things taunt, giving things poisonous, which is like death touch. Basically, I can just craft a zombie for every situation that I would need. But it's too late now.
It's too late.
So I'm just going to give him the satisfaction of killing me. Usually I'll see people concede in situations like this, but whenever I'm trying to finish a quest, like do a shitload of damage to someone, or play a certain number of creatures, it always ends up like the person concedes right away. And I don't want them to concede. You know, I want them to stick around so that I can get my quest done.
I need to do the quest.
Right. So, in case he needed to do damage for a quest, I let them do the killing blow rather than get all whiny and be like, "Oh, you beat me." Right.
Yeah.
That one's actually going to be the last one.
Okay.
Here, look, I'm backing out. I'm hitting quit. I did it. I did it, guys. It's a blue screen. It's over.
Hi, cat.
It's finally over.
It's so. It's
um,
no. It's not ogre. It's never ogre.
it's only just beginning. Um, technically,
Okay.
yes, it's only just beginning. Although this weekend I am going to be at my mother's, I think. Yes,
Mm,
visiting with the babe, and then I'll be away for work in Vegas for a while. So you may see some of me, you may not see much of me. If you want, thank you. If you want more of me, go watch our Earthbound Let's Play. My wife is involved. If you want some of my baby, go watch the Super Mario RPG. There's a nice picture of her giving up a thumbs up.
yes.
Oh, you
And
live in Vegas. Awesome.
hey.
If I'm staying at the MGM Grand, I will tell Drew the room number, and
I
you can come and I don't
don't
know.
know.
I'm
Hang out with a really tired guy.
right. I'm gonna be at a conference every day, Monday to Thursday, um, from like 8 to 5, learning Tableau. So if I don't go and immediately pass out in my room, I might just go get a little drunk and possibly play some casino stuff or just go eat food. Honestly, I'm more excited to eat than I am to drink or play casino games. Um,
Yeah, I can agree with that.
right. So, uh, if you are down for playing, you know what? I'm bringing the Switch. So if you want to play,
Yes.
if you want to play some Mario Kart or beat me in arms,
Because who even knows how to win at that game?
right. Oh no, it's not on my tab. Actually, alcohol is going to be free at the conference. They have a bar. Food and drink are included from the
Ho
conference.
ho.
Right. And then
Schmoozy conference.
one of the nights they're sending us out to for it's the it's the data night on the town. Um, right. Oh God, this conference is full of people that desperately need a data night on the town. It's a 4-day conference for people that love high level data analysis. So you can imagine the type of people that'll be there.
Sadly.
Right.
Sadly.
Although the keynote speakers include a professor from Brown, I believe, um, and the co-authors of Freakonomics and Adam Savage.
Oh,
So
how about that?
yeah, so I'll get to see them and see what they have to say about big data analysis.
The
um,
big data.
right. I was considering because Adam Savage had an AMA recently on
Uh
Reddit,
huh.
so I was considering sending him a question. It's like, what casino games do you like to play? And I'm going to be at Tableau Conference. What casino games will you play with me? Just basically try to like facilitate the hanging out with Adam Savage. Right.
That would be pretty choice.
But I don't think that's going to happen.
No.
The closest I've gotten is meeting the Penny Arcade dudes at PAX, uh, and like spending 10 minutes or so talking to Robert Koo, uh,
All right.
which is Robert Koo was nice enough.
Yeah.
Yes, there are definitely things big data doesn't want you to know about big pharma, and I and I know them about big pharma and about big shipping logistics.
Ooh.
If you want to know anything about the way that you get packages onto a boat and then into a truck in China and then somewhere else, ask me and I won't know, but I'll be able to tell you people who do know and possibly get the answer from them. We were the people that facilitated shipping that whale's heart, the one that was
Oh.
like it was in Greenland and it like washed up on shore, but it was like frozen and super perfectly preserved. And they were like, "Holy shit, we've never been able to study like a preserved whale's heart this nice before, but
Yeah.
how are we going to ship this gigantic heart of a blue whale?" So my company is the one that facilitated that entire process of,
All right.
doing the special shipment and making sure it was nice and iced and blah blah blah. Well, you know where they shipped it? They shipped it. Do you know the body exhibit, the German art exhibit where they plasticize people and things and cut them up into slices and then let you look at like plasticized versions of people?
I believe so.
Right. So they're doing that with the whale heart. Either they've done it or they're doing it with the whale heart. And I think you can walk through it.
You walk through it.
It's a blue whale.
Oh, it's a blue whale. Okay. I mean, there's different sizes of whales.
440-pound blue whale heart.
That is a very big whale heart. That's like the size of the fake giant human heart, dude.
No, they haven't plasticized it yet.
Ah.
But let me do. Yeah, Body Worlds. Body Worlds was awesome.
Yeah.
My uncle took me to that a long time ago when it was in Philadelphia, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Here we
I
go.
remember going to that. Yeah, back when I
Whale's
was
heart.
in Philly.
That's a big one.
Oh.
Right. It's pretty large. There's a car for scale. So that's what was there.
So that's that.
Yep, and we did that. So, on that note, I've been Alex, your temporary host for the evening. Um, if and when I'm around next time, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Like I said, I got the whole weekend, and then I'm running home to either play Dungeons and Dragons or watch My Hero Academia, both acceptably nerdy pursuits. So if I don't see you before then, Seraph, Poltiv, very nice to stream with you for the first time. And ideally, I'll be able to talk to you more in the future. So, good stuff. Drew. Thanks for sticking around until
Oh,
1:13 and learning Hearthstone. Now you need to download it because now you know everything about it.
Yes, I'll be.
Maybe, please, someone play Hearthstone with me.
Oh,
All right. Thank you very much. Good night. Drew, do you want to do your sign off? You need to send me like a script
yes.
for the sign off. I need to thank Sarah. I think I need to thank Poltiv. I need to thank myself,
Yes.
Sully, Andrew,
Yeah.
other
Vince and
people,
BB.
Vince and BB.
Um.
Sarah, if you're
Yeah.
not on this train yet, subscribe, like, comment,
Yes.
subscribe.
Yes. Seraph is on the train.
All right, cool. Seraph, good stuff.
Good stuff. I think that's everybody. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for watching, everybody. Thanks for hanging with us. Shout out to all of those Game With subscribers that we just named. Thank you, guys. And Twitch subscribers. Thank you, guys. Yes, Seraph has
15.
dog tag number 15.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Your support really, really means a lot to us. We will for surezies be back on Sunday with Sully and I will be playing Dead Rising 3. Alden is still in work hell till October.
But Alden just got a raise. Yay!
He did just get a raise, so all of his hard work is
Right.
paying off. But unfortunately, that means no Final Fantasy IX until October.
You know what you do?
Yeah.
You get Final Fantasy IX on the PS4, and then you start
Oh.
replaying it with me.
So
So you have two Final Fantasy IX streams going on at the
God.
same time.
No,
'Cause
that would be confusing enough for everyone else.
Right, why not buy Final Fantasy IX for the 5th time? All right. Good night, everyone.
Later.